welcome to the Carroll High Football Stadium as we've got the Kemper Knights taking on Roland Story and the Norsemen in town. Tom Hawkamp along with Doug Waniger. And Doug, two ranked teams come in for what should be a battle, but definitely can see size differences just watching the warm-ups.
Yeah, the Norse are big, but we saw that up there last year too. And last year we had a team that just went out and athleticed them in the first quarter. We were up 28-0 in a hurry. But this year's team's going to be a little bit different, Tom. I think we're in for a battle tonight. It's a big, strong Norse team with some good athletes in the backfield.
You know, and one thing you see with this team so far, they don't give up points. And that's one thing Kemper's riding on this year is putting up points. So which one's going to win that battle?
Well, I think it's going to come down to the line play, and Kemper's in a little bit of trouble tonight because we're already without Sean Wittrock. The big senior hasn't played all year long. Lucas Deal's out, and Kobe Pierce is out again tonight. So we've got some reserves in there they're going to play, but I think that's what it's going to come down to is who's more physical in the line of scrimmage.
Beautiful night for football here at the stadium. The flag is hanging limp, no breeze, 79 degrees, and we're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll step away for 2 minutes, back with high school football action on 1380 KCIM and 95.1 FM.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
Hello, this is Dr. Michael Dirks, orthopedic surgeon with St. Anthony's. I'm excited to have joined the team here at St. Anthony's, your local sports injury experts. We perform knee arthroscopy with ACL reconstruction and meniscus repair, as well as shoulder arthroscopy with rotator cuff and labral repair. If you're suffering from hip, knee, or shoulder pain, give us a call so we can get you back to the playing field or back to the activities that you love doing.
St. Anthony Orthopedics, located on the St. Anthony campus. St. Anthony Regional Hospital. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 712-792-1500 or visit our website at mcfarlandclinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
Welcome you back to the Mackey Motors tailgate, brought to you by Mackey Motors of Lake City, recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City and MackeyMotors.com. Tom Hawkamp with Doug Waniger, a great rendition of the national anthem by a Kemper marching band that seems to be growing each season, Doug.
Yeah, I think Steve Weber's this year, so up by about 20%. One of them's a football player, though. Got to go down. Logan Ryle got to go down and get in line with the football team.
But, again, a beautiful night for football. A good crowd is here. The student section in highlighter colors out in front of us. Nice bright pinks, yellows, oranges. And we've got a ton of little cheerleaders here tonight.
Yeah, I think Abby said there's 111. My daughter, Abby Waniger, is the one that is, she's the cheerleading sponsor, so her and the cheerleaders hosting the annual cheerleader camp for the little cheerleaders, and they all get a little T-shirt and everything. But I think there's 111, and your daughter's one of them.
She's going to give it her best shot. We'll see if we can't catch her up here. It's kind of hard to see that side of the field, but if I'm not paying attention, that's what I'm doing. So.
Well, you better be watching it because you only get to do that once.
Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. We're going to start with the defensive side of the Kemper Knights. Leading the way up front, you've got the 6'2", 280-pound senior, Hayden Vanami. The 6', 205-pound junior, Sean Healy. The 6', 220 sophomore, Connor Keneally, and the 5'11", 175-pound senior, Ryan Sundrup. At linebacker, he leads the team in tackles with 26. It's the 5'9", 175-pound senior, Tate Barrett. You've got Brayton Alford, the 6', 200-pound junior, to one side of him. Kent Sanders, a 5'10", 175-pound senior, to the other side. On the corners, Tegan Binder, the 6', 175 senior. Griffin Glenn, the 6'1", 165 sophomore. He's got 2 interceptions. He's tied for the lead on the season with Braxton Vanami, the 6'2", 175-pound junior. Then your free safety, Carson Canny, 5'11", 160-pound senior. He has 1 interception on the season. It'll be interesting tonight to see if Roland Story tries to pound the ball because their best running back, 25 carries, 189 yards this season.
Yeah, they've
got a couple blowouts and didn't rack up a ton of yards.
Exactly. Kemper's faced some interesting opponents this year. Every team has been a pretty solid team. All of them were ranked at one time or another in the season. And in the first game against Sioux City Heelan, a really, really good running back. We couldn't tackle him. And then we went down and played Underwood. Didn't have any super studs, but had a great passer, and the line played really well that night. Coverage team was good, so we did a number on them. And then last week pulled out a win down at Avoca against AHSTW. But, again, we couldn't tackle. We tackled very poorly. So that's been kind of the bugaboo for the Knights this year is tackling. So, like I said, it'll be interesting to see how we do tonight down a few linemen.
Both of these teams 2-1 on the season. District game here tonight. Roland Story beat South Tama 47-0, lost to Nevada 20-14, and then beat South Hamilton 56-0. So 2 times they left Goose Legs on the board, so that'll be the big thing for Kemper. Can they get this potent offense rolling, and can this offensive line give them enough time to do something if they want to throw that deep ball?
Yeah, I think that's what's going to have to happen. That'll be the story of this game. And as you saw when you read the lineups, they're playing a 3-4, so I'm guessing they're going to blitz their linebackers on a pretty regular basis, and it's going to be a real key for the Kemper running backs and outside linemen to pick those guys up so that they don't do a number on Brock when he's in the backfield trying to set up the pass. Kemper won the toss, and they will defer here this evening. That puts the offense for Roland Story up front. Here's their starting lineup. Starting left tackle, 6'3", 240-pound senior Tristan Peterson. 6'1", 210-pound senior Garrett Neerum. The 6', 210 sophomore Gavin Jeters, the center. Then you've got a 6'2", 280 senior Carson Barber and a 6'4", 235-pound senior Roland Yates. Wide receivers Aiden Frey and Heston McIlrath. Then you've got Luke Thorenson, a 6'1", 170-pound sophomore. In the backfield, Jake Knoll is the quarterback. He's a 185-pound senior, stands 6'2". He's 22 of 39 through the air this season, 331 yards, 6 touchdowns. He has thrown 3 interceptions. He's rushed 4 times for only 41 yards, so not a huge threat there, but when he does, he seems to pick up the yardage. The running back, Ben Mazik, the 5'9", 165-pound sophomore, 25 carries, 189 yards, and also 3 touchdowns. The Knights line up to kick it off. This has been the Mackey Motors Tailgate Show, brought to you by Mackey Motors in Lake City. Tonight's game, the live video broadcast going on, CB Sports Network YouTube channels, being brought to you by A Fun Top and Jeans in Carroll. A Fun Top and Jeans, where the name says it all. Got a couple Knowles. I've got Jake Knoll listed as a sophomore, so we'll have to figure out which one it is because there's a sophomore and a senior listed right next to each other, and they're both quarterbacks, and I guess it just depends on which one's the starter. Well, and who knows if I can read the numbers right. We'll see. Well, as you know, these Kemper numbers are often hard to read, especially when they get pulled up a little bit.
It does look like Sam should be the starting quarterback, but the number was given wrong. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be a short pooch kick to the sideline, taken by an up man, and he'll jump out of bounds around the 33-yard line. The Norsemen will have the ball working left to right towards the rec center, as we call it, up here in the Gatorade broadcast booth. Tom Hawkamp and Doug Waniger, it's a pleasure to have you with us here tonight. As Father said before the game gets started, hopefully all the farmers out there are safe and have a good harvest this season.
Well, and hopefully they're listening in tonight, just getting started, hearing some outstanding yields for beans. I've heard as much as 80 bushels on beans already this year, so numbers we never heard of when I was back on the farm.
Norsemen in white uniforms, they've got silver pants and black helmets. The Knights in their red uniforms, white pants, white helmets. They'll line up in that 4-2 defense. First is a fake handoff. It's a quick shot out to the left side to the running back, Mazik. He'll be ran out of bounds, pickup of 1 yard on that quick. I think it was a backwards pass and a run for Mazik.
And it is Sam Knowles, the quarterback, number 15. We were given number 12, so my apologies on that, Tom. But a good reaction by the Kemper defense to get out there and cover that for a 1 yard gain. A little bit of a surprise to see him starting the game with a pass.
Trying to just see if they can't get everybody.
I would think they would just hammer the ball up midfield for, short gains.
Pistol formation. They fake the handoff, throw it out to the right side. It's through the receiver's hands, incomplete. So they want to come out and just chuck the ball around right away. And now it'll be 3rd down and long for the Norsemen.
Good coverage over there by Brayton Alford back in the lineup. Number 9, the junior, goes about 200 pounds. Hurt his foot a couple of weeks ago, didn't play last week, but sounds like he's back in shape and playing tonight.
The Norsemen will line up with the ball on the left hash. 1 man wide to the left, 2 to the right. Pistol-looking formation with Mazik to the left of Knoll. The fans are stomping below us, shaking it. Knoll drops back to pass. There's a little pressure. He's got a man, and that ball falls incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down and 9 from their own 33 for Roland Story. So
Roland Story, the team that comes in, noted to run the football. They run it about twice as much as they pass it on their first possession. 3 straight passes, and 2 of them are incompletions, and 1 completion for a short 1 yard gain as Carson Canny drops back in punt receive.
Canny stands inside his 30, looks towards the DMAC Center.
Carson's not been able to get loose on one of these punt returns yet. He's going to one of these times.
The punt is a good spiraling punt, going to drive Canny back. It's going to land inside the 15, and oh my, it doesn't bounce in the end zone. Dies at the 1 yard line.
That's an incredible punt, folks. He kicked that thing 64 yards, and it died on the 1 yard line.
You thought you held him back to get good field position, and I'm going to guess from here on out we'll see Canny back deep and running up on those. That is a tough starting spot for your Kemper Knights.
That kid's only been averaging about 33 yards at punt, but he got a hold of that one, and then it just took a perfect bounce and bounced toward the end zone, toward the south side, toward the rec center, and you could just see it just died on the 1 yard line.
And one of those is if you've scripted a few plays for tonight, it's tough to run anything you scripted right off of the 1. They're in the shotgun formation still.
And we got a timeout somewhere.
I think the Knights might have called it not liking something they're seeing out there. The officials not moving much, but a timeout on the field. We'll take them with them back in 30 seconds on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM.
This is Don Neary from Avila Bank. Everyone at Avila Bank wishes the student-athletes success in their endeavors. We know to make a winning team, you need to put in the work, and that's what we'll do at Avila. We'll work to make sure your farm or business has the best financial opportunities available. We want to take the stress out of banking, allowing you to focus on what matters and what you love. Whether you own a business or own a farm, we're here to help you identify ways you can achieve your goals, and we will work hard to make sure you achieve financial success. After all, your success is our success. Avila Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to the Carroll Football Stadium. Kemper football as they take on Roland Story. Scoreless contest, 11-14 to play in the first quarter. We got started a little bit late tonight, but we're working through it. Hopefully we're done before bedtime. They decide to go under center. Bading's going to do a QB sneak, gain about a yard. I think there was a play call issue with them wanting to try to go from that pistol look, shotgun style in the middle of the end zone. I think coach decided, hey, we just got to try to push this thing out. I know we scripted the plays, but let's throw them out quick.
Yeah, they're actually, it looks like maybe they started on the 2 now that I look at where the down marker is at, but still deep in their own territory, but going to be 2nd down and 9 for Kemper. And again, we're having trouble with the play call. You see Brock Bading looking over at the coaches saying, what do I call? What do I call? Get it in here.
12 seconds on the play clock. The Knights will come set. One man to the left, one man to the right. Bading goes under center. There was a shift right away, and now we're going to push forward. And that's going to give them a little breathing room. That gets them out to the 5, a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, good push there by center Hayden Benami. And the left side of that offensive line got a good push as we've got the regulars coming back in now.
It's kind of like a goal line formation was in there. And now we see Sundrup, Hoffman, and Canny all check back in with a little breathing room here.
Yeah, I'm guessing the Knights are going to go to the pass here. Might do some delayed draw play to Hoffman. Hoffman had a great game last week. Just ran extremely hard, ran what they call angry.
Tight single coverage. Safety's up on this play. 3rd down and 6. They fake the handoff. Bading rolls out. He sees double coverage. He's got his man, throws behind him, and that one is going to be caught at the 19-yard line. Great job moving the ball. Is that Canny on that side?
Yep, it was Carson Canny over there. He came back in on that 3rd down play. And now he stays in. Now they got a little room here. Now Kemper's athletes can operate. They can get some spacer, but that was a bullet thrown by Brock.
Threw it just behind him, and there's double coverage back there. It's a good thing Canny able to hold on to it.
Big 1st down for Kemper.
Canny wide to the right. Braxton Monami wide to the left. Sundrup and Hoffman in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Bading drops back. He's under pressure. Just throws this one up quick, and there's 2 receivers there, but nobody could get their feet turned to go get it. As I think Bading felt the shoe steps of that big defensive end, and I think
number 72.
Yeah, that's Tristan Peterson, 6'3", 240-pound senior. On the other side is a 6'4", 235-pound senior, Roland Yates.
And that's going to be the trick for Kemper is keeping those guys off of Brock. If Brock gets time to throw, he's as good as anybody in this part of the state, but he's got to have time to throw.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll put a man in motion left to right across the formation. They want to go the other way. They hand it off, though. Whistle is blown.
I think that's going to be a motion penalty on Kemper. Yep.
Just what the Knights couldn't do.
Well, they're faking the blitz over the center and got the Knights, probably the guard, one of the guards, to jump just a little bit. So that's going to back them up 5 yards. Going to make it 2nd down and 15 now.
Ball sits on the 13, right hash as we see it.
Unfortunate that play was there because they did an inside handoff to Hoffman, and he had free roaming until they blew it dead.
Big fans here tonight. See some cheering going on. Bading drops back, wants to air this one out, and that is going to be a jump ball caught at the 50. What a jump there by Vanami. Braxton just went up and got it. It looked as though it could have been an interception coming, but a 38-yard gain.
Yeah, Thorson was back there and it had great coverage, and Brock just threw it over his head, and, Braxton just did what good receivers do, just jumped up and got it at its highest point and snagged it out of the air.
That ball was flying good, and it's like it caught some breeze, but if any breeze, it's behind it, judging by the goalpost.
Yeah, Tom, you got your cheerleader daughter down there.
I know. I was trying to watch and almost missed it. Bading drops back, rolls out to the left side, throws it short. He's got a man, and he drops it. Sundrup was wide open. He looked and saw a linebacker about 5 yards away and let it slip through his hands.
Yeah, you got to make those catches, Ryan. You got to catch the ball before you take off and run with it. The Knights have done several of those already this year. Dropped passes. Last year we had that receiving core. I don't think we saw maybe 1 or 2 drops the whole year, but definitely got to catch that ball.
2nd down and 10. Ball on the left hash. 47-yard line in Roland Story territory. Knights are driving on their opening possession. Canny goes in motion left to right. They hand it to him. He cuts back, tries to get up the field. He will do. Picks up 5, maybe even 6 yards on the run with Canny.
Yeah, good job there finding his hole, picking his way through there. I think that, again, was Hayden Vanami getting out there leading the charge. It might have been Luke Steigert as well out there running some interference and giving him a hole to run through. So going to be, 3rd and 5 now?
3rd down and 5 with the ball on the 42.
These are likely 2-down territories for the Knights anyway.
8:35 on the clock here, first quarter. They've got Two men in the backfield with Bading. He's going to take it, hands it off. There's a nice cut in the backfield. It'll be a first down as he dives across this Huffman. And what a job there. Picks up 6. He started towards the center and just cut it back left.
Big tackle by Mazik, though. He came down and just dropped his shoulder right into his midsection.
First and 10 from the 36. Knights want to hurry up. There's a bad snap. Bading, go gadget arm, pulls it in and gets it to the running back. But it's going to be a pickup of 1. But that thing was wide right, and Bading was able to get it into the belly of Huffman.
And that's about it, because Hoffman barely got started, and there was 3 linemen. They just kind of caved that right side of our offensive line back. So now it's going to be second down and Knight. Kind of expect the Knights to go back to the air. Look for Canny.
This drive started on the 1-yard line. It's out to the 35. Can the Knights keep it going? Second and 9. Man in motion, left to right. They're going to hand off. There's a wide open gap on the left side. Cutting out is Hoffman, and he'll be cut down at the 25. It's a pickup of 10 and another first down.
Good job. Once Hoffman gets ahead of steam, he can roll pretty quick, but he's got a little bit of a tendency to try to juke and jig a little bit too much, where in that case he should have just put his shoulder down into that cornerback and drove him backwards. He'd have probably had 5 more yards. But good, strong one by Hoffman. He was our player of the week last week.
So it's first and 10 from the 23. 3 receivers, wide to the right, 1 to the left. Only 1 man in the backfield with Bading this time. Bading drops back. He rolls to the right side. He wants to throw it back over the middle. He's got a man, and it's too deep. He sent that to the back of the end zone. The route from Braxton Vanami was ran to the front of the end zone.
Yeah, Braxton cut a post in from the left side, and he also had Ryle on the other side doing the same pattern, only from the opposite side of the field. Both of them were open, but Brock just put a little too much air under it and overthrew it. Going to be second down and 10.
7:12 to play in the first quarter. Kemper hosting Roland Story in the district opener.
Really nice statement here by the Knights, starting on their own, basically 2-yard line.
Knights struggling to line up on the right side. They get the 3 receivers. Here comes the blitz. Bading drops back. He's going to air this one out. He's got a man, and it's going to be overthrown by Canny, and he looks, and it looked like maybe the defender grabbed a handful of jersey right at the end, but that pass just a little too long for Canny.
Yeah, I don't think Carson saw it right away. He kind of turned around, and the ball was almost passed before he got a good look at it. But they're going to set up 3rd and 10, Tom.
The Knights had the running game going, got some big first downs with it. Big pass play, and now they went to the air twice. See if they go back to the run. But those blitzes have been coming from the Norsemen.
We're definitely in 4-down territory here anyway. We're going to be going for it on 4th down if we don't get it here on 3rd.
3rd and 10 from the 23 in Roland Story territory. Bading drops back, takes the snap. He rolls to the left side. He sets his feet, wants to go back over the middle, and there's a tackle, and here comes the flag on the cut. A great cut in the backfield there by Glenn, and he got tackled as he made the cut, and the flag came out.
I don't even know that he was definitely the intended receiver. I think it was more aimed for the other guy. But
I think it would have been close to him because he was trying to go in and out, and he just got ran over.
I got this big white pillar here in front of me. I couldn't see, but
I think he would have came out of it if he didn't get a big hug. So
perfect, but just a great drive. Brock, again, under heavy pressure. He had to roll to his left and kind of throw back across his body. He was lucky to get it off, but the Knights are going to have a first down.
So the Knights will take the gift. And that brings the ball to the 12.
Really good spot to have a first down because you can still get a first down inside the 2-yard line.
So 1st and 10 from the 12, just shy of 7 minutes to play in this first quarter. Knights started this drive on the 1. They're knocking at the other side of the field. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. I formation in the backfield. They fake the handoff, roll out, and they want to throw this one deep, and it is caught. And no, they wave it off late. He dropped it late. That was Glenn. He had it, went to the ground. I think if we could go back to replay, they'd say he had it and it was down and then ripped out by a Norseman. The catch was completed in the touchdown, but no replay.
He threw a dart on that, but that was really a dangerous pass because he threw into double coverage, and there wasn't a lot of room there. Somehow he got it in, unfortunately not able to bring it in. But going to be second down and 10 now at the 12. 6:50 left here in the first quarter, Tom. This quarter's really rolling along.
Bading unofficially 2 of 7 on this drive through the air. See if they go back to the ground game at all. It doesn't look like it. 2 receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. He checks with somebody on the right side. Here comes the blitz. Then that snap is bad. Bading just runs back, dives on it at the 25-yard line. And that's going to cost the Knights about 12 yards on a high snap, and not the first one we've seen on this drive that kind of sneaked up that way.
Yeah, they're putting those blitzers right over the center's nose, and he's probably seeing that. Hayden Benami's the center, probably seeing that and just distracting him a little bit, but got to come through with a good snap. Now it's going to be 3rd down and quite a long ways to go, but quite frankly, Kemper probably operates as well from the 25 as they do the 12 because it opens the field up a little bit more.
Well, they were just here on the last part, so we'll see what they can do. This is right back. 3rd down and 23 from the 25. 2 to the left. They'll put a man in motion to the left side. He stands out here by himself. Here comes some pressure. Bading had some room. Now he's going to throw it deep to the end zone, and Canny could not pull it in. Bading aired that one out long. Canny tried to use the stickum on the glove to pull it back in and just couldn't do it.
Yeah, it was just too deep in the end zone, but it was over his head considerably. But now it's going to be 4th down, and what I think Brock's like 2 for 8 now. So the other thing is Canny's coming out of the game, and he's probably our best receiver.
Checking in for the Knights is Austin Heinrichs.
Sophomore.
Coach might be going to take a timeout. Nope, there they finally got the play in.
No,
we're down to. They're going to take the timeout. They're trying. I think they're trying to give Canny a quick breather here.
Maybe get Canny back in the game. He's the guy you want on the field in this situation.
He's got his helmet on and standing out there, holding his side, huffing and puffing. Timeout by the Knights. It's a scoreless ball game. 5:57 to play in the first quarter. Back in 30 seconds on KCIM.
When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026, or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
And it's a pleasure to have you with us here on 1380 KCIM, live from the Gatorade broadcast booth. Tom Hawkamp and Doug Waniger here this evening. You thought it was hard to see on that end. I'm trying to see my daughter cheer on the other end. I got 2 of those white things to look through.
I'll keep track of what's going on here. Kemper's got it now 4th down and about 25 yards to go to get the 2-yard line.
They're going to need to cheer loud right now. 4th and 23 for the Knights. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They'll leave a man in to help protect, it looks like. That's going to be Hoffman. Man in motion is Vanami. Right to left. Bading takes and chucks this one up, and it's going to be intercepted. Now we got to make a tackle. It was the idea that it's a punt style, and he's going to bring it back out to the 35.
Crushing tackle by Connor Keneally on the sideline. The young sophomore just leveled the guy on the punt return. But, Brock kind of threw that up. So he's got half as many completions to the opponent as he does his own guys tonight as our passing game. Now, working as well as it normally does, and Roland Story, the North's going to take over at their own 36-yard line.
The mixture worked, got him across midfield, and then the passing game just faltered. And now the Norsemen will take back over at the 35. Last time was a 3-and-out. 5:46 to play in a scoreless ball game.
I'll bet you see him run the ball a little bit more this time.
2 receivers to the right. Noel puts a man in motion right to left. Looks like a fullback coming through. Now he'll set up on the left wing. He'll take it, hand it to Mazik. Mazik makes a man miss. He jumps sideways, and he gets leveled. Maybe picks up half a yard. We'll give him 1 in the scoring column, but a great job on the bottom of that pile.
I think that was Preston Vanami, number 63, that got in there. So the young Vanami, that's his brother DJ down at Iowa now. Maybe DJ's listening tonight. If we do, hope so. They play at Minnesota tomorrow. But a good tackle, and then Tate Barrett came in and cleaned up.
So 2 receivers to the right, 1 man in the backfield. Right hash. Donald move their man in the backfield out. They want to throw that screen pass again. The Knights read it perfect, and they'll storm him down. Lost a yard on the pass.
Great job of reading that by Griffin Glenn from his cornerback position. Came in and Just a good two-arm tackle. Went a little high, but had plenty of help after that as Tate Barrett got over to help clean up as Preston Benami comes out now and Keneally comes back in.
3rd down and long for the Norsemen. The Knights defense been stout. They'll have to stand here again.
Roland Story's trying to spread Kemper out, and that plays right into our hands because that's the one thing we are is athletic. We can see the field. We can get around on it.
They're going to hand this one off. It's a reverse. Now it's going to be a flea flicker reverse. He's got pressure. He airs it down, and it's too long. Tried to get tricky. The Knights stayed home, put pressure on him. As Tate Barrett was trying to knock that one out of the sky, he had to run an extra 15 yards behind that player to get there. But the pass too long.
He'll give you the effort, that's for sure. But good defense by the Knights, and after 2 possessions, the Norse only have, I believe, 1 yard that they got on that first possession.
That's what I've got them down for, but I'm bad at math.
Yeah.
So
Kemper dropping back.
They're going to put 2 back this time, and they're going back a little bit deeper.
One of them is Gifford. Easton
Gifford on the right side, Canny to the left side, and this one's another rocket of a boot towards Canny. He's going to field it at the 12, tiptoes the line, and he gets out at the 20. Came very close to stepping out before that.
I don't know where this kid's punting averages come from, but I looked it up this morning or this afternoon. It was 33 yards, and that was another booming kick. Canny caught it right on the sideline and had to tiptoe to keep himself in bounds and wasn't really able to get any momentum going. It was good coverage. Kemper's going to take over on their own 21-yard line.
Ball on the 21, 4:16 to play in a scoreless contest here in Carroll. A fist bump for linemen up front as the Knights get started again. Hoffman's a lone man in the backfield. They'll put Sundrup in motion right to left. Now they'll give it back to Hoffman. He's got a pulling lineman. Great block in front of him, and he's going to get out to the 24 before he gets bent up. But a good job pulling out by Preston Benami. He actually got 2 Norsemen at once and maybe made that play.
Yeah, Preston's not a real tall kid. Neither is his brother, but pretty physical. And laying a good block, and they're showing that he deserves that spot in the lineup. Picked up 3 yards, going to be 2nd and 7. We're down to, 3:48 left here in the first quarter.
Clock just keeps ticking away. Youngsters over there cheering in front of the parents. The student section's been loud in front of us tonight. Here's a man in motion right to left. They'll give it back to Hoffman. There's not much going. He starts dancing in the backfield. He's just trying to make something out of nothing, and he's going to lose a yard because there was nothing there. They were in the backfield. They're doing single coverage on the outside, blitzing on what they believe to be run plays. And if it's not a run play, they just hope it's a good pass blitz busting through right now.
Hoffman keeps his feet moving. You're able to spot your daughter down there, Tom. I can make the play call here if you want to take a look at her. As Kemper's got it now, going to be 3rd down and 8. As Bading gets the call in, the Knights probably going to spread it out, look to go to the air here. Got Braxton Benami out left, Carson Canny out left, and Ryle out right.
They fake the handoff. Bading drops back, throws over the middle. Canny skies for it. And they're going to have the first down as it's out to the 38-yard line. Pickup of 15 through the air.
That's the play they go to when they need yardage, and those are the 2 guys that get it done. Brock Bading throws a strike. He had the time to throw, and Carson went up in the air. Stretched him out a little bit on that, but right at midfield made the catch and tackled immediately, but not until the Knights had a first down at the 38-yard line.
Great job there moving the ball when they need to. The Knights have moved it. Nobody's found the end zone or a score yet as we got some eat-em-up going on down there. Bading calls out the snap. 2 receivers to the left, rolls out that to the left. He looks deep. He doesn't have much. He's just going to scramble. He might. We'll see if he gains a yard. Sometimes you just need to throw that thing away. And Bading's running backwards tonight. 4 carries for -9 yards, but he did have to jump on a wild snap.
Yeah, there just was nobody open. That's one thing. Kemper doesn't have that burning speed at receiver spots this year that can really stretch a defense, and we missed that. We're a lot better at going left to right and giving a little misdirection. But as we got I think there's 111 cheerleaders down there on the track tonight.
2nd and 11 for the Knights. Man in motion left to right. Bading takes it. It's a quick pass out to Vanami. Vanami cuts inside. He sees his box. He's got an opening. Makes one man. No, he just couldn't get by him. Made a man miss. Then had one more man to dance around. He goes down at the 45. So a pickup of 18 on the pass play to Vanami.
Blake Larson with a good tackle, but that's the only thing that kept Vanami from getting there. A good wide receiver screen. A good throw by Brock, and Vanami caught it. Made a nice cut inside. Got the blocks that he needed. Kemper in business on the 43-yard line of Roland Story.
They have not had good field position here tonight, but they have worked their way through it. And now one man in the backfield. They'll put a man in motion right to left, and this time they'll hand it off. Trying to find a seam, cuts out to the left side, lowers his shoulder, and goes down. Running that time is Alford into the backfield.
Good to see him in the lineup. He went out injured a couple of weeks ago. Didn't get a play last week. The junior that came over from Carroll High this year to join the Knights. A good football player, getting to play a lot of time on defense and finding some time on the offensive end side of the football as well. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 now. Minute 18 left in the first quarter.
He picks up his 5. We got 2 backs in the backfield on this set. Bating takes it, hands off to the second man through, diving forward.
Kent Sanders.
We're getting a lot of guys in this scorebook here.
Yeah, Kemper's got a lot of good running backs. It's got a good mix-up. Nobody's ever going to get tired, or they shouldn't. But last week, Hoffman was the one that was making the plays, so he got a lot of carries and ended up with 155 or 60 yards.
3rd down and 2 for the Knights. Ball sits just outside the 35 in Roland Story territory for the second time tonight.
As you noted earlier, Kemper finding some success on the ground.
Bating takes it, hands it off. It's a low handoff this time to Alford. Alford's trying to go. They're pushing the pile. And that looks like it's going to be close to a first down. We'll see what the officials say.
Right at the marker. They're waving them on. First down, Kemper.
So the Knights move the sticks on a first down run by Alford. And that might be it for the quarter. The Knights not in any hurry here. They want to regroup, get settled. They've been here before twice, and were unable to do anything from this spot on the field. So hopefully they can get it going. As the Knights and Roland Story Norsemen are tied at 0 here on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM. Don't forget, we've got our sack of the game, sack of groceries from Market on 30 every week during the regular season this football season. Stop in Market on 30 and sign up to win sack of the game. A winner will be announced every Tuesday morning on KCIM Sports Rewind between 9:30 and 10. The Market on 30 in the BP Plaza. Back in 1 minute on KCIM.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Since 1925, Eco Water Systems has been proud to provide the Carroll area with a level of quality and service their customers deserve. Now, Dries Company could not be more excited to continue that tradition. That's right, Eco Water Systems is now Dries Company Eco Water Systems, combining 2 names you know and trust to provide you with the absolute best in your water needs. Dries Company Eco Water Systems. Call us today, 712-792-3434, or stop in and see us at 609 North Carroll Street. Let's solve your water issues together.
Welcome you back here on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM. 1st and 10 from the 33. Man in motion right to left is Sundrup. He'll get to the edge. They'll snap the ball, go the other way. Hoffman trying to get around the corner, and there's nothing. He's wrapped up, brought down. Loss of 2 yards on the play as the Norsemen are starting to protect that edge just a little bit more because of the way that counter-action's been going.
Yeah, Jaron had that inside run. He probably would have only got a couple of yards, stretched it out a little bit, lost 2, so now it's going to be 2nd down and 12 for Kemper.
Nobody in the backfield this time. 3 receivers to the left. You've got Hoffman, Canny, and Ryle that way. 1 man to the right's Vanami. They'll put a man in motion back in, and that is Hoffman coming to get it, and he'll wrestle his way to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 3.
Good block, a nice cut there by Jaron. He's just such a tough runner. If you haven't seen him, he's not real tall, only 5'9", got fairly short legs, but boy, do they move like a locomotive. I think you can expect Kemper to obviously go to the air here again.
It is 4-down territory.
Yeah, and they will use all 4 of them if they need to. Brock
was kind of stretching out his shoulders there, so hopefully he's feeling all right today. One man on the right side of the lineup tucked in is Tregan Biter. Bading rolls out. He's got a man behind him. He doesn't see. He needs to let this thing go. He's going to try to throw it up to Canny. Canny cuts over and can't get to it. There was triple coverage, but somehow Bading was trying to drop it in the bucket and almost did, but Canny just couldn't find the traction to come back and get it.
Yeah, number 75 for the Norseman was hot on his tail. He came in from the left defensive inside, and he was free. Nobody picked him up. I think a running back's actually supposed to pick him up as he's coming across, but he chases Brock clear to the far sideline in front of the visitor's bench before Brock finally was able to unload it.
One of them linebackers back there came on the blitz and just kept going. So the Knights will go with it at 4th and 9 from the 32. 10:33 to play in the first half.
We might have to call a timeout again because the play clock has just gone off, and we're going to get flagged.
So it looks like there was a lot of confusion. The Knights took plenty of time to get the play in, though, also.
4th and 9, 4th and 14, what's the difference, right?
Well, we'll find out if they get 14 or 15 yards on this play.
Yeah, I fully expect Kemper to try to go back over the middle, but we've got to give Brock a chance to throw the football.
They've rolled him out to the left quite a bit tonight. They must have seen something.
Well, he does throw well, going that way, but you can only be so accurate when you're on the run like that.
See, Bob Fossbender made it out to the game. Here he rolls out. He just wants to lob this one up, and they're going to let it pick off and go out of bounds. They'll just call it a punt. Unfortunately, it's another interception for Brock.
Smartest thing that kid could have done would have been just drop the ball. 40, what was it, the 44?
37 is where they were brought back, but now they're going to have it at the 11 or 12.
So let's see if Kemper's defense can force a turnover
so the Knights
make something happen.
Knights get to about the 33-yard line, and the offense stalls multiple times here tonight. It looked like they were going to roll their first possession. Didn't get anything going. So now the Norsemen backed up their worst field position of the night, starting on their own 12.
2 possessions. They've only got 1 yard against a stingy Kemper defense.
They'll work right to left. They bring in a little tighter this time. Mazik deep in the backfield. They'll wait, give it to him, and he's going to try to find a seam. He trips over his own feet and goes down after a pickup of 1. He got stuck because there was a wall of people. Went to cut, slips on his feet, and they'll give him 2.
Yeah, Kent Sanders was there to kind of give him a little bit of a shove, but I think his own lineman was more of the tackler than anybody was for Kemper. 2nd down and 8.
We'll let the ladies keeping stats figure out who gets credit for the tackle. We'll look it up on Bound in the morning. So a tight formation again, heavy to the left side. The quarterback comes over and yells at the tackle on the left side, and they decide to run that way. And Mazik's hit in the hole and a pickup of 2.
Again, the linebacker's filling. That's Tate Barrett from his middle linebacker position getting that tackle that time.
3rd down and 5 for the Norsemen. I'd sure like to know what the quarterback came over and yelled at the left tackle for.
I don't know if he didn't think he was up to the line of scrimmage or what.
Maybe it was the tackle was already down. He had to lean forward, tell him what he wanted to tell him, and then go. So
3rd and 5 now. This is a big down here early in this scoreless ball game with 9:13 left here in the second quarter.
2 receivers to the left. There's a blitz, and he sneaks away from it. Now he's running in the backfield. He's going to spin around. The Knights try to get him. He's still free. Oh, no, it's wide open on that side of the field now. He's got the 1st down, and he's going to go out at the 30. It's going to be a 13-yard pickup. He ran 50 yards to get it.
Yeah, he went clear back into his end zone. 2 Knights had shots at him, missed him, and then you could just see that thing unfolding from up here in the press box. He was going to run a long way, and he did, getting the 1st down out to the 29-yard line.
It looked like it could have been a lot worse when he circled back, more like a punt return the way everybody was spread out, but the Knights did a good job corralling him and getting him out at the 29-yard line.
Tate Barrett missed him once, and then he got turned again, and I thought he was going to run right into Tate's arms, and unfortunately it didn't work out that way, and he made a nice gain, a nice play by the young quarterback.
Norsemen go to the I formation under center. take the snap, give it to Mazik. Mazik cuts to the right side, hits the hole. He's got a little speed. He gets to the 35 before he's turned hard into the ground. There's Barrett bouncing up off the bottom of the pile along with Kent Sanders. It's a pickup of 6.
Glenn in on the tackle too, but having their way with the offensive line, or the offensive line's having a way with our defensive line now as they picked up 7 yards.
8 minutes to play. We've got 2 teams ranked battling it out.
That's the kind of play that I just anticipated from this team. I thought they would come out and really try to ram it down our throats on the ground, but so far they haven't been successful with it when they have tried it.
2 receivers wide left. Pistol look. Here's the snap. They'll give it to Mazik again. He's met in the backfield, but he dives. It's going to be very, very close to a first down. And they say move the sticks.
Yep, I think they don't mess around with those anymore like they used to. They look at it and mark it and said first down. So you got just enough for the first down.
6 carries, 14 yards for Mazik in this first half. They've kind of held him in check. You want to keep him there. He looks like he could have some speed if you let him into the open field.
Yeah, the Norse kind of going to that ground game like I thought they would now.
Here's Mazik back through the middle. The Knights corral him, and he's still going to fall forward. Gets out to the 45, so a pickup of about 6 on the play.
Again, Tate Barrett and Kent Sanders are linebackers, and when they're making all the plays, that's not necessarily a good thing. We want those guys getting tackles, but we'd like to have it be 1 or 2 yards upfield, not 5 or 6, and that was another 6-yard gain.
They got some big guys up front on this offensive line, and they're just leaning on the Knights right now.
Yeah, they're getting that push that we anticipated them seeking to get.
No huddle from the Nordsmen. The play comes in. They clap their hands. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback. They'll hand it off to Mazik again, and he is going to be hit, but he drags the defender to a first down. And Barrett got to him in the backfield, and good wrap-up tackle and didn't let go, but he went for a ride for a couple of yards.
Yeah, the disadvantage that Tate and Kent both have is they're only about 175 pounds. I think Kent's 170 and Tate's 175. These running backs are a little bit bigger than that.
So again, tight formation, right side's heavy for the Norsemen. 2 receivers to the left. The Knights starting to pack the box just a little bit more. Here's Mazik trying to cut back. He is going to be brought down, pickup of 1. And this time it's Sanders in there. Both the guys doing good, hitting him at the waist, sliding down, grabbing the legs to try to stop the drive.
Yeah, those guys are going to be wore out when this ball game's over because they're in on every play, and we're running linemen in and out. Hayden Benami comes out here to try to catch a breather. I think that was his brother that went in and placed him. No, it's Steiger's in there now.
You know, and that's a big thing. If these linemen can hold their blocks or maybe eat one up, it lets those linebackers get where they need to go. It doesn't show up in any stat columns, though.
Finally got a good stop on first down.
Mazik gets the handoff again, cuts to the right. He's going to be spun down, and that's going to be another pickup of 5. It could have been more if he could have found his footing. 10 carries, 30 yards, as we've got a steady dose of Mazik, as that is his 6th carry on this drive.
Yeah, we're seeing what we thought we would see from them on this drive. You know, those first 2 drives, they tried throwing the ball too often, and this time they're just pounding it up the middle and having great success with it. Going to be 3rd down and 4.
The Norsemen send in their offensive plays like they're baseball coaches, touching around. Mazik tries to cut back, and he again just dives forward right to the line, first down.
Yeah, nobody got to him until John Antover came over from his defensive end position. We run blitzed on that and just missed him in the backfield at the 45, and as it is, he's got a first down at the 40. He's a good, strong running back, and Kemper's going to have to find an answer for that pretty quick. A lot of guys with hands on their hips right now. First down at the 40, Kemper's 40.
Norsemen on their first drive that's looking like an offensive drive here. They had a bunch of 3 and outs. They just keep giving it to Mazik. Mazik's surrounded by 4 Knights, and he still gets 3 yards.
Yep, again, Sanders in on the tackle along with 25. That's Ryan Sundrup. This is his brother on the field this year, Kyle.
4:19 to play in the first half. Scoreless contest here in Carroll. Beautiful night for high school football. 76 degrees.
Sean Healy there, kind of an undersized guy on that defensive line for Kemper.
And starting to get in it defensively. Here's a pass to the right side. And a play on the ball, but the Nordsmen come down with it on the 5.
Yeah, that was a good.
The ball was up. Trying to swat it away was Biter, and then he somehow caught it.
Yeah, that was a great catch by that receiver. Biter's got to turn his head on that. If he'd have turned around, he'd have saw that he could have had that ball, but he never turned his head.
I think it was more luck than great catch because he was laying on the ground when the ball bounced into his lap.
Nonetheless, he got it right.
But first and goal from the 5 now for the Norsemen. Mazik stands behind Knoll. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. It's Mazik. Mazik tries to cut to the left side. He's hit and wrapped up and brought down by Sanders. Pickup of 1.
Yeah, good penetration by Ken on that as Kemper's got their backs to the wall. Now 2nd down and goal from the 4. And this is where that size from Roland Story is going to likely play an impact in this ball game. Can't talk tonight.
Steiger's in the middle, trying to help hold that. They're taking their time getting this play call in. Preston Vanami also in there, along with Keneally. See if the Knights can push off this goal line attack. Here's the snap. They're going to run an option play to the right side with Knoll. Knoll is going to be cut down. Great job by Glenn. He saw him, lined him up, and took him down before he got to the end zone.
He got down
Pickup of 2.
Got down there right at the 1.5 or 2 yard line. But gosh, that was a great open field tackle. He just knifed in from his safety position there and made a great play on that ball.
Nordsmen taking their time. 2:25 on the clock. They're going to try to milk this thing out and not give Kemper much time with whatever happens after this.
They got all 3 timeouts left, I think, yeah.
Looks like they're trying to figure out what they want to do. They're going to call a timeout, I think, with 5 seconds on the play clock.
I said Glenn from his safety position. He's actually a cornerback.
So a timeout on the field by the Nordsmen. Scoreless contest, 2:05 to play in the first half between Kemper and Roland Story. Back in 30 seconds on 1380 KCIM and 95.1 FM.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Back Friday night football action. Roland Story with their first promising drive. Can the Knights defense find some footing and turn them around? That'll be the big question here with 2:05 to play in the first half.
Yeah, Kemper had 2 good drives on their first 2 possessions, both stalled out. And the Norse taking advantage of this situation here. Remember that almost ended down there with a tackle in the end zone.
So the Nordsmen lined up. Mazik, the lone man in the backfield. They are tight with 2 guys set to the right side. They're going that way with Knoll, and Knoll's going to go into the end zone. They heavy loaded everybody that way, and a 2-yard touchdown run for Knoll with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, they just buried our line. Like you said, they loaded heavy right side. You can see where they were going. I would have been surprised if they went anywhere but there. And he gets the 2-yard touchdown right at the 2-minute mark. Going to give Kemper a chance to come back and see what they can do with a quick strike offense that they have. But as it is right now, down 6-0.
They're going to line up for the extra point, field goal wise. The quarterback is also the kicker. Or excuse me, this one.
Yep.
Sam Knoll, and he will boot it through, so the PAT is good. Roland Story leads Kemper 7-0, 2 minutes to play in the first half. You're listening to KCIM High School Football. Back in 1 minute.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi, we recently had a tree fall on our house, and I'd like to get an estimate on our roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace a drafty window?
Brinks does windows too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we like to replace our siding.
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters, doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
From bump set spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
Kick off. This one is going to go through the end zone, and the Knights will have a touchback to start their drive, now down 7-0 after the Nordsmen got their running game going and marched it right down the field against the Knights. And the Knights have had 2 drives and with interceptions. That's one thing. The Nordsmen have 3 possessions. The Knights had this will be their 3rd. This has not been a high possession ball game.
No, I mean, we've driven the ball both times. We just get it down and then we stall out. And, you know, those interceptions, I can't say those are Brock's fault because he's running for his life again tonight. And we've got to find a way to keep somebody in to keep that one guy. It's always seems to be the offside defensive end running him down from behind.
So the Knights will line it up from the 20, center field. Bating takes the snap. Looks to a quick out on the right side. He's got a man, and he is going to go out of bounds. No, they're going to say he tackled him inbounds on the ball, Coach Steinkamp says.
Yeah, Biter should have got out of bounds on that play. He's got to know the situation. And that's going to cost the Knights 20 seconds.
They're going to huddle, actually.
Yeah, just a short huddle. But that's a situation you got to know what's going on there and get that ball out of bounds so you can stop that clock. It is a first down.
Go back that way to Biter, and he is going to get ran backwards.
Yeah, there was nothing there on that play. It was just a little running back screen, and Roland Story had that completely defensed. 1:20 left now.
They're going to give him 1
ticking.
yard. This 2-minute drill right now not looking so fast for the Knights. We'll see what they can do. 1 timeout left, 1:10 and a trailing by 7 here late. Bating takes the snap, drops back. There's a big push up the middle. He makes the one guy miss. Now he drops to the right side. He wants to air this out. He's got a man wide open waiting for it. And the Knights have it. Ryle trying to battle for it, and the ball comes out late. But they say he was down. Keep the clock rolling. Now stop the clock. They'll figure it out, right? 37-yard line.
Brock was doing everything he could to get that thing open. Ryle found himself wide open on about the 30-yard line. Had to come back to get it, and as it was out at the 36. So 49 seconds left, clock running. Knights with a first down on their own on the Norseman 41.
Bating will roll out to the left side now. Tries to set his feet, goes back, and they will not call anything.
Yeah, that was a good reaction there by number 7 from their team.
Canny would have came back to that one. It would have been interesting to see what they would have had to do.
Dorson's been pretty much blanketing Canny all night long. But that does stop the clock with 37 seconds left. Now the Knights, from this situation, they're very capable of scoring.
The problem is they've been here twice already tonight.
Yep, and fizzled out.
This has just been the stalling point of this offense. Bating had to find that one. Now he just lobs it out to the right side because there was pressure coming. It didn't get a good handle. That one was bad from the start.
Yeah, number 72 for their Tristan Peterson just bulldozed his way in there, and again, Brock didn't have a chance to throw the football.
3rd and 10 from the 36-yard line for Roland Story.
Kemper coach is looking over the play that they want to get in. They better hustle up. There's 19 seconds on the play clock. Should be plenty of time. 34 in the quarter.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Vanami's the lone man to the right.
Guessing they're going to blitz again.
They'll put a man in motion right to left. Bating wants to roll out to the left, sets his feet, throws back to the right. He's got a man. That is going to be caught by Canny, and he'll be wrestled out of bounds at the 20. A 16-yard pass and catch.
Really good route there by Canny. Turned the cornerback inside. Carson went outside, and Brock put it on the money. Again, he was on the run, having to make the play, but now they're going to be in a position where 27 seconds left. They're likely going to get 4 shots to get the ball in the end zone.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. Ball sits on the left hash. They work towards the Carroll Rec Center. 3 receivers to the left this time, 1 man to the right. Braxton all by himself down here to the right side. Bading takes the snap, steps back, straight drop. He wants to lob it up to Braxton, and they wait for it. Braxton goes up, catches it. We've got flags everywhere. Who are we going to call it on?
It should be a holding against their defensive back because Braxton tried to turn inside, so I'll be shocked.
Holding, pass interference, you can call them all here tonight.
I'll be surprised if it's anything other than holding or PI.
If they don't throw another one on Braxton was getting pushed as he was catching that one too, so we'll wait and see what the catch is.
That should be a touchdown. That was a beautifully thrown ball too.
How anticlimactic, waiting for the officials to decide what they think it should be called.
Yeah, we're lining up for the PAT, so we still haven't gotten a call.
He's working on it. He's got his mic turned on.
Yeah, it was holding.
So holding on the Norseman, but it's a 20-yard pass to Vanami for the touchdown. Braxton did a good job fighting through it to go get it.
So the Knights respond like they're capable of. They went downfield in less than, about a minute?
Maybe hurry-up offense will be the style for the second half.
Mason Reich still
Snap's good. Kick is up and square through. And the Knights have answered back. They had 2 minutes to do it, and they were able to do it in about a minute and 40 seconds. So keep it here. Talk about that drive a little bit. The Knights have had it multiple times, showed they had it, and finally they're able to punch it in on the 20-yard pass.
Yeah, but it took a penalty to get it done, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we did answer. I won't be surprised to see Kemper go with an onside kick here either because the Norse haven't shown the ability to be big strikers, so they're likely going to run the clock out if they do recover it. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Kemper take a chance at that.
They might just try to kick it in the middle and get a few more seconds off of this clock. Wait and see. That'll be Coach's call.
Coach Steinkamp pulling his kickoff team together.
He just wants them to corral them. The Knights won the toss deferred, so they're set to get the ball back, so they might have just 2-for-1 this if they can make it stop here.
But that was a great answer to that, really powerful drive that the Norse had when we just couldn't find an answer for anything, couldn't tackle anybody. And so there's a penalty. So the penalty is enforced here, so they're kicking off from the 50. Yeah, they're definitely going to do an onside kick here. I would be shocked if we don't.
Now they're trying to decide where they want to actually tee it up at.
Yeah, we don't have anything to lose.
21 seconds on the clock. 7-7 ball game. An exciting one here. The Carroll's football stadium. Lots of fans in here tonight. Plenty of cheerleaders. They had the youth show before.
I don't know if they're coming back out at halftime or not.
We got the bark going from the student section in front of us.
Here comes the kick.
They're going to step into this one. And it is actually going to be a deep kick.
Shocked.
And he's going to put it into the end zone. Anything to make us wrong. That's what they do.
I was sure we were going to try to onside kick that because they were going to get it even if we did it about their 40 and with 20 seconds left, they're just going to take a knee.
My nephew Lincoln trying to show off his speed. Looks like he's lost a step in the years. Trying to get that tee off the field. One of the honorary ball boys down there tonight.
He got it, though. Is that his brother down there, too?
No. One of his friends. So the Norse will line up. They look like it's going to be a tight formation, but you don't want to trust anything here. They take the snap and go down. And they will kneel to take us to halftime. What an exciting first half. It all happened in the last 2 minutes. The Norsemen score. Then the Knights answer back in a minute 40. An exciting first half for us. We'll have our analysis coming up in the halftime show, brought to you by our friends at Culver's. They're celebrating 40 years in business and 12 years in Carroll. Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together because, like all teams, together, everyone achieves more. We all enjoy a snack and a drink when cheering for our favorite team. When finished, be a team player. Put your bottles and cans in the recycle bin and your empty food packaging in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how to be part of the recycle team. Because together, we're stronger. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Earning college credit while in high school is a smart choice. Area high school students have several college class options available to them through the DMACC Carroll campus and Templeton Regional Center. Students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMACC college credit can be part of your high school plan at no cost to you. DMACC, life's calling.
When you need a quick meal or one on the go, your Carroll Pizza Ranch has great deals for carry-out and delivery. Order online and get 8 pizzas of Country's Best Chicken with potato wedges for only $20. How about 2 large pizzas for $25? Or get 2 medium single-topping pizzas, cheesy ranch sticks, and a cactus bread for just $20. Check out these deals and more at pizzaranch.com today and order hot and fresh. Pizza Ranch, located off Highway 30 in Carroll, open 7 days a week.
Whoa, that's good. UTVs have been around for over 20 years, but they're still evolving, and with them now being legal on Iowa roads, usage has evolved as well. Whether you're commuting to work, gravel traveling with friends, or hitting the most beautiful riding spots in the country, Olson's Outdoor Power has the right Polaris, Can-Am, or Kawasaki for you. On top of that, we have the turn signals, mirrors, and tires to make your UTV more comfortable and safer. Stop by today at Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
And we welcome you back here to the halftime show on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM. Tom Hawkamp, Doug Waniger, and the Culvers halftime show celebrating 40 years in business, 12 years in Carroll. Culvers, welcome to Delicious. Coming out here today, I could have used myself a nice concrete mixer from Culver's.
Well, I don't eat the concrete mixers, but I eat a lot of burgers. I can't have ice cream, but I eat a lot of burgers down there. They're the best I've ever had. That's my favorite hamburger.
Well, it was a pretty boring first half until the last 2 minutes when they both decided to find a way to punch it in. But both these teams kind of came out. The Knights did what they do, moved the ball and just got stuck a couple times. The Norsemen, they just couldn't figure things out, and then they went back to, hey, let's let our guy run the ball. But in the long run, the Norsemen, 83 total yards in the first half on 4 possessions.
Yeah, they didn't get anything the first 2. I think they were +1 on the first 2 possessions, and then they gained a few in the next. But, I was really surprised that they didn't come out, Tom, and just try to run the ball from the start. They gave up that first possession with 3 straight passes. One of them was complete for a 1-yard gain. And then they finally found their stride there on that. I think it was their 3rd or 4th possession when they put the ball in the end zone. 3rd possession, I think. But all in all, I think Kemper has to be happy with where they're at, 7-7, with the way that drive went. We were lucky to get that last drive. I shouldn't say lucky because that's kind of how we do things. But scoring on that last possession with about 20 seconds left on that long pass to Vanami.
Yeah, they just set it up, worked their way right down the field, did a great job of getting down there, and then Vanami ran a great route, had the defender on his back. The defender held him, Then Vanami went back. The ball just a hair bit underthrown as he's coming back to get it. The defender's already hugging him as he's coming down. And the Knights score a touchdown with just a few seconds left there in the first half to even things up 7-7 here against Roland Story. And this is really, it's hard to say now, but in this district, this is one of the top three teams, two of the top three teams probably meeting up right now from the way it looks through preseason. Now, once they start beating each other up, it might be different when it's all said and done, but it's hard to start your district with what could be a district championship game.
Yeah, I think these probably are the two best teams in the district. I'm sure there's others in there that'll probably have something to say about it, but you know, Kemper's had some tough opponents. We're just down several kids right now in that line play, and that's probably the area that we struggle the most anyway. But we're without three of our, linemen this year. Whitrock, Sean Whitrock, the senior, we're looking for a big season from him, and he's not been able to play all year. So got a couple other with Lucas Deal, who's been our best lineman this year. He's out. So we're kind of having to do with a makeshift, but young Mr. Vanami stepping in there and playing well. Connor Keneally's another good linebacker or a good lineman. Another young sophomore playing well. So we're just having to put some pieces in there, but they're going to have to grow up real quick.
Scores of the game brought to you by Drees Company Eco Water System. 7-7 is where we sit. Kemper taking on Roland Story. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout. More of the Culver's Halftime Show after this on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM.
For more than 40 years, Culver's has brought you fresh, never frozen deliciousness. And since 2012, we have been proud to serve the Carroll community. From mouth-watering burgers to our one-of-a-kind custards, our goal at Culver's is simple. Satisfy your hunger with the highest quality products delivered to you with a smile. Whether you are a coach, player, or parent, Culver's is the perfect destination to build team spirit. Come celebrate 12 years in Carroll with us.
Culver's, welcome to Delicious.
Smithfield Foods is an American-based food company committed to producing high-quality, wholesome, and affordable food. They want you to join their team in Carroll. They are hiring general production individuals, and the starting pay is amazing at $19.55 per hour. You'll also get a generous benefits package. You'll get paid holidays, paid time off, medical, vision, dental insurance, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/Carroll to apply online. Smithfield Foods, equal opportunity employer, including disability and veterans.
At Collins Aerospace, we believe in investing in our employees' future. That's why we are proud to offer our Employee Scholar Program. Whether you want to pursue a professional certificate or a degree related to the industry, we offer full tuition reimbursement and even paid study time. Our Employee Scholar Program is the perfect tool to help achieve the future you've been dreaming of. At Collins, we don't just want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a career and a future in aerospace. For details on the Collins Aerospace Employee Scholar Program, visit us at careers.rtx.com.
For over 50 years, Pringer Slumberland has been your trusted destination for all things furniture and flooring. Hi, it's Matt Pringer, third generation in our family-owned business. We understand the importance of creating spaces where memories are made and cherished. Our commitment to quality craftsmanship, personalized service, and unbeatable value has made us a staple in the community. Pringer Slumberland is more than just a furniture store. We're part of your community. And when you shop with us, you're not just furnishing your home, you're investing in the livelihood of your neighbors. Pringer Slumberland, Highway 30 West in Carroll.
KCIM Western Iowa weather.
Lows dip down to about 64 tonight under partly cloudy skies with a slight chance for storms. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunshine mixed with clouds at times tomorrow. Chance of thunderstorms. High temperatures reach up to 87. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Paul Trombley. See the full forecast and the Brinks Exteriors radar at 1380kcim.com. Right now, it's 80 degrees.
KCIM 95.1 FM. Also, you can listen to us streaming online. We're also video broadcasting on the CB Sports Network YouTube channel. It's being brought to you by our friends at A Fun Toppin' Jeans in Carroll. A Fun Toppin' Jeans, where the name says it all. Just taking a quick look at some scores from around the area. Of course, those games well ahead of ours. Carroll is rolling Creston right now, 50-0. Audubon on top of St. Ed's. That was going to be a challenging ball game, 30-8. So Audubon's handling that pretty good. There's a Fun one down at halftime. South Central Calhoun, ACGC, 14-14 at half.
Wow, ACGC's ranked.
Yeah, ACGC number 1.
Yeah.
And that's a South Central Calhoun team that likes to be ranked towards the top, so you knew it was going to be a battle. We'll see how that one turns out. Cam Anita, 38, Coon Rapids, 0 at the half. Emmetsburg on top of Esac County, 14-0. So just a few of the scores that we're able to get. Again, big thanks to all of the people sending in the scores for Jeff and all of us here at the CB Sports Network. Here it's 7-7 at the half, and you look at what we're going to see this second half. I have to expect the Norsemen are going to bring a heavy dose of running the football.
I don't know why they would do anything but that, and Kemper's just going to have to, avoid getting worn down in the middle of their line. Going to have to get some stops and then hopefully get the big plays on offense. By the way, you missed one score that was that I know I've got several people asking me about. It's the Orioles are beating the Tigers 7-0. Just in case anybody else is wondering.
Oh, I just hear crickets. Nobody was wondering about that one. I don't know why. Us Cardinal fans gave up on baseball a long time ago.
Hey, by the way, I went to your Cardinal Stadium. That's a beautiful stadium. They took 3 straight from the Birds down there, but that's a beautiful stadium down in St. Louis. If anybody in this area wants to go to a good baseball game and watch a good team in a good baseball city, that is a place to go for sure. But
we've got Friday night football under the lights. On what's been a wonderful night. Could smell the burgers cooking behind us. Lots of fans in the stands. Roland Story brought a decent amount. I say they've got about a third of the stands. They didn't pack together very hard. Not much of a student section. The Knights have filled their student section with highlighter yellow and orange. Looks like a few construction workers right here in front of us, and it's good to see that many fans. And they got loud when the Knights needed them on defense on that fourth down stop earlier.
Yeah, and, we didn't stop them on the one, but all in all, the Kemper defense, I thought, played really well. Just a little bit scary that the Norse kind of figured it out there on that last possession and had that long drive and put it in the end zone. But if you remember, we almost had them for a safety on that play.
Quick look at some of the Kemper stats. Canny, 1 run, 5 yards. Bating, 4 carries, -9 yards. Alford had 2 carries for 7 yards. Hoffman, 7 carries, 21 yards. Sanders, 1 carry, 3 yards. Through the air, Bating is 9 of 20 for 164 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown was caught by Braxton Vanami. Canny has 3 catches, 45 yards. Vanami has 3 catches, 76 yards. Bider had 2 catches for 12 yards, and Ryle had 1 catch for 31 yards, and that was a big catch for the Kemper Knights. Bad news, the Knights have turned it over twice. Both of them pretty well in a punting situation. One of them was returned. One of them, the guy stepped out of bounds, and it was a great play. The other one, the return kind of brought it back to right where the play started. So the Knights have been penalized 1 time for 5 yards. Roland Story's got 2 penalties for 15 yards.
And one of them was on the touchdown.
Actually, 25 yards, we should say, because that's where they're at. So both teams played it pretty clean. It'll see which one's athleticism can pop up and find a way to come out and get this victory here in the second half.
I think you're going to see it's going to be our athleticism against their physicality, and I'm hoping the athleticism can win. Our guys up front are big enough. We've just got to get physical and get a drive, and they've been getting those big gains on that last possession, big gains on first down, always 4, 5, 6 yards, maybe 7. And we can't let that happen, because if they start doing that to us, it's going to be a long second half.
We're going to step away for 2 minutes. It's 7-7. Halftime will be over, and we'll have the start of second half action on KCIM Friday Night Football.
Looking to boost your brand? Top Loft makes it easy with custom online stores for businesses, sports teams, and organizations. Enhance your brand's visibility with a tailor-made store showcasing your logo, colors, and designs. Enjoy endless customization options. Choose styles, colors, and add your unique touch to every product. Plus, their streamlined ordering system ensures a smooth experience for you and your customers. Elevate your brand with Top Loft in downtown Carroll, or visit toploftclothing.com and start building your online store today.
Financial planning can be easy to avoid, but in these uncertain times, it should be your top priority. Now is the time to put Silverleaf Wealth Management on your team. Whether you want to plan for retirement, better manage your investment assets, or fund your kids' education. Silverleaf Wealth Management can help you discover, design, and implement a plan for pursuing your goals. Visit us online or schedule a consultation with me, Ann Slechta, today by calling or texting us at 712-775-2251. This is Silverleaf Wealth Management of Carroll, Iowa.
From footings to framing to finish, for farm, home, or commercial, Wall Lake Lumber Company has been proud to help our communities grow. With 4 convenient locations and one of the largest building material inventories in the area, we are sure to be able to fill all your building needs. From project design and estimating to friendly advice, we can't wait to be part of the process for you. Wall Lake Lumber, with locations in Wall Lake, Lakeview, Odebolt, and Carroll. We're not your grandpa's lumberyard.
Hi, this is J.R. Mayhall, insurance agent and realtor with Gredeman & Associates. We're excited to announce Eric Bass and Nate Gredeman have joined our team. Eric has numerous years of experience in both insurance and real estate, and we're excited that Nate has moved back and brought his wealth of knowledge of commercial real estate to our team, and he also has his insurance license. It's a very challenging time in both real estate and insurance, and we are here to help you. Gredeman & Associates, Highway 30 here in Carroll.
Show here on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM. Tom Hawkap, Doug Wanniger. We should have an exciting second half of football heading your way as both these teams get ready. It should be the Knights receiving, barring any funny stuff going on. They should start off with the offense out there, and we'll see if they decide to go kind of quick, hit and throw it down the field, maybe open up that running game. If you can hit enough of them down the field, you got a chance to open up that running game.
Yeah, because we can get Hoffman. I mean, he's a good, strong runner as Kemper drops back to receive. We got just got the tackle charts. Thank you, Ellis Schwarty, for sending those to me. Tate Barrett and Kent Sanders both leading the way with 5 solo tackles each way.
So both of them battling it out in the middle on that linebacker crew for the Knights. And they'll probably have plenty of chances here this evening.
Coach Steinkamp did bring up some kids from the freshman team this year. One of them is, and I'm looking in the dark here, but I think it's Easton Gifford, and he's back to receive this kickoff.
The kickoff to the left side. It'll be caught. Now they're trying to dive up the left side and to the 30, and that is where Glenn will be pushed down. So a decent return, good starting position for the Knights.
I see Carson Candy coming out on the field. Normally he's back on those kickoffs. Hopefully he's okay. But I think you're going to see the Knights, try to open it up here. They got to speed this game up if they're going to get ahead.
Jeff Blankman checking on us, so we do have somebody listening. Quality control tonight.
I wouldn't call that quality, but maybe control. First and 10 for the Knights on their own 30.
Baiting in the back. He'll put a man in motion. Sundrup to the right side. They want to go quick side, but the whole right side left fast.
Penalty.
They wanted to get out quick, and they did, but before the ball was snapped, so that's going to back them up 5 yards.
That's not the start Coach Steinkamp wanted, but they had kind of that wide receiver, looked like a wide receiver screen type of play on that called. Going to come back and going to be first and 15 now. Beautiful night here, and for football, it just doesn't get any better. As warm as it was today, it cooled off nice here in the evening. I don't know what the temperature is outside, but I'm guessing 70-ish. As the Knights line up at their own 25 now.
First and 15, ball on the left hash, man in motion, right to left. They'll take the snap. They look that way. They want to throw it out quick to Vanami. It slips through his hands and falls incomplete.
Yeah, that's one of those that's kind of dangerous because he's throwing quite a ways across the field, and Braxton cut back. He probably should have had that ball, but a good play by, I think it was number 22 for the Norseman, came in and knocked the ball away. Going to be second down and 15 now for Kemper.
So the Knights penalty starts them behind the sticks. We'll have to see what they can do to get things rolling. Trips to the right, one man to the left. Benami's the lone man to the left side. Baiting takes it. It's an option play. They're going to pitch it to the right side, makes one man miss. And diving forward, Hoffman to pick up 3 yards, just trying to throw a little something different at him out there.
Yeah, Brock ran that about as well as he could run, and it just had the defense was there, pitched it. Hoffman didn't have a lot of opportunity to get loose as Tragan Biter comes into the ball game replacing
Sundrup.
So going to be 3rd down and 12 now for Kemper at the 28-yard line.
Bider tight to the right side. Braxton goes wide right.
Look for Canny over the middle here.
Canny's in the middle. They'll switch around the protection in the back. Now they'll put a man in motion. That's Hoffman rolling out to the left side. They've got Canny open in the middle. Did he make the catch? And he did not. He went down low to have it and has slid out of his hands and will fall incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was just thrown behind him quite a ways. He really didn't have much of a chance to get that ball, and Kemper's going to have to punt it on their first possession here in the 3rd quarter.
First time we've seen the punt team.
Connor Keneally is the punter for Kemper.
He stands back at his own 15. One man stands at the 35 for the Norsemen. The kick, high, end over end. Going to land out of bounds around the 48-yard line.
Coming back. Wow.
Well, they're going to mark this on the other side. Like it was out of bounds the whole time. It looked like it bounced right on the chalk.
I'm not
about
sure.
7 yards off, but that's where it'll be marked at the 45 on the Kemper side.
I don't know how that could
50.
be out there because it bounced. It landed in bounds and bounced at the 45, 10 yards upfield. I'm not sure how they could say that went out of bounds there, but that's where it's going to be.
So the Norsemen will start with a short field.
Yep.
2 minutes to go on the last half. Both teams scored, so we're tied up at 7-7. Here's the hands off to Mazik. He gets a good run, and then he gets turned around. It's finally getting a shoulder into him.
Sundrup and Kent Sanders again.
Kent Sanders in there for a pickup of 3.
You know, those guys got a full head of steam coming at our linebackers, and those guys are all about 170 pounds. So that's a hit, but Kent just met it and took him backwards.
New Way Auto Group scoreboard show coming up after this contest, as we'll touch base with all the coaches. I talked with Coach Steinkamp. He said we can get a visit with him before he gets on the bus. The Knights, some late movement on defense, a little light to the left side of the line. Here's a run. No, they're going to pull it back, try to throw it over the middle. They've got a man, and he's got it, and he'll be wrestled down.
Yeah, that was a nice
Bider's
route.
going to have him down at the 6.
That was a nice route run by number 7, Luke Thorson.
So
beautiful pass laid in there, and
36-yard pass.
Yeah, right in the middle of the field. He had single coverage out there and was no help from the safety, and he got was a Bider back there?
Yeah, Bider
got him turned inside out and
tried to close the gap as the ball came in, just couldn't swipe at it. So now 1st and goal from the 7 for Roland Story. One man split wide right. They're heavy to the right side of this formation. Mazik stands to the left, takes the snap. No, he doesn't. Noel keeps it. Noel heads to the end zone on the quarterback keeper, and he's got the 8-yard touchdown. They were so set on Mazik having that one that when Noel rolled out with it, it was an easy touchdown for him.
Absolutely. It was a great fake, and, we bid on it and had everybody inside, including both of our linebackers. And also was that number 10? But as it was, he had a easy pass to the end zone. So with 9:34 left here in the 3rd quarter, Roland Story now scoring on their 2nd straight possession, other than the one they took to me.
Noel set to kick now after he ran it in. And it is up and also good. So the PAT is good. 14-7, Roland Story on top of Kemper early in the 2nd half. You're listening to high school football on 1380 KCIM. Back in 30 seconds.
Hello, this is Dr. Michael Dirks, orthopedic surgeon with St. Anthony's. I'm excited to have joined the team here at St. Anthony's, your local sports injury experts. We perform knee arthroscopy with ACL reconstruction and meniscus repair, as well as shoulder arthroscopy with rotator cuff and labral repair. If you're suffering from hip, knee, or shoulder pain, give us a call so we can get you back to the playing field or back to the activities that you love doing.
St. Anthony Orthopedics, located on the St. Anthony campus. St. Anthony Regional Hospital. Always look to the cross. Always St. Anthony.
Welcome back to high school football. The Knights now trail the Norsemen 14-7. We thought we'd see the Norsemen just run it down the field. They put it in the air and then ran it in to take that 14-7 lead.
That was a good play-action pass, and the Knights bid on it and gave up the long pass and then really bid on the fake to give up the touchdown. But here comes the kickoff.
Sam Knoll put a boot into it, and they call – it was a good job from the right side. Griffin Glenn's just yelling at Gifford to let that one to go into the end zone, and it bounces on the one and then tips in.
Gifford, the young freshman, he wants to get his hands on that ball and try to do some damage, but that was the smart play, was to let it go. But Glenn was over there hollering at him from across the way. Let it go.
So the Knights will start on the 20, second possession of the second half. They started the first possession with an offsides that kind of got them behind the sticks, and they just couldn't get going. We'll see if they get the ball back on the ground. Here's a man in motion, left to right, sprinting across. Now they hand it off to Hoffman. He puts his foot in the ground and turns. He'll dive to the 25 and pick up 5. And that's one thing he likes to do. He gets going one way, and then he'll, almost like a counter run, the way he sets his foot and just comes directly back behind those blocks.
Yeah, sometimes he probably does that a little bit too much, but that was a nice hole created there and that little bit of a counter-type play. Still going to be 2nd and 5, but I think the Knights are going to have to establish something on the ground.
Here's a man in motion, right to left. Bading takes the snap, gives it to Hoffman, fakes the throw, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all there is for him.
Jaron got slammed to the ground that time, number 72, who's had a big night. We've called his number quite a bit. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 4 for Kemper. You can bet they're going to go back to the air, which will also probably mean they know we're going to pass. They're going to blitz somebody.
Knights have picked it up a little bit. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Braxton's the lone man down. They have left a safety back here. Bading rolls to the right, looks to the sticks, now wants to air this one out, and the receiver and the defender come back. Both of them lose some footing, and that's going to fall incomplete. Maybe trying to force something there that could have been very dangerous.
Yeah, number 75 for Roland Story just had his way with our lineman on that, and then he also just ran right through Hoffman, who was the running back that was in there trying to protect Brock. And he got both of them in one blow, and Brock barely got that off. And Kemper's going to have to punt it again with number 53, Keneally, back on to punt.
McElrath stands deep for Roland Story. 8:23 to play in a 14-7 Norseman leading game. The punt is good. It is going to be fielded, and the Knights have 2 hands on him, but they keep going backwards, and now he's got to the side. McElrath will run out inside Knight territory at the 48. The Knights had their chances, just couldn't figure out how to get him.
Yeah, Austin Heinrichs came up, had the play made there at about the 40-yard line, but didn't wrap up, tried to tackle too high. Had good coverage on the play, just tried to tackle too high, and unfortunately got away, and they're going to be playing with a really short field again, starting at the 48-yard line of Kemper.
The Norsemen have played the whole second half in Kemper territory. Can this Knights defense find a way to slow down this big offensive line and run game? Running back-wise, I would say that the Knights have seen McGrath has not been as impressive as some of the ones they faced, Mazik has not had as big of holes to run through, and maybe not as quick and an explosive back as what they've seen this year, but they just can't get through this offensive line. Mazik takes the snap, meets one man in the backfield, makes him miss, then turns upfield, picks up 6.
Yeah, Barrett got in there on the run blitz, had him for a 1-yard loss, just didn't wrap up, and as it turns out, he picks up 6 yards because of the penetration that they're getting against our defensive line.
Coaches sending in signals from the sideline. So 2nd down and 5. Two receivers to the right this time. They're loaded heavy to the right side of this formation. They take it, give it back to Mazik. He's got a big hole. He's across the 1st down marker and gives him another yard. 6 on the pickup. And this is where those big guys up front, 280, 235, 240, have just been leaning on the Kemper Knights, and they're trying to get some weight in there too. But
yeah, we've got some size in there, but a lot of youth with Owen Mashing and young Benami and the Preston Benami in there as well. So we're just kind of getting outsized at the point of attack, and they've really got it figured out this last 2 drives. They've just kept pounding it at us.
This time they put 2 split ends tight on each side. 2 receivers out. They let Mazik do it again. Just straight up the middle this time, another 5 yards.
Yep. Just to continue, they're doing what they know that they can do against us, and we don't have any way to stop it at this point.
You look at the stats coming into the ball game, there's nothing explosive, crazy about the stats, but they play with short fields and they get their scores, and that's what they're doing here in this second half so far.
They play very good defense. You know, they got the 2 shutouts against what I would probably say were inferior opponents, but they didn't give them anything. As Tate Barrett is going up to Owen Mashing now, saying, hey, here's what I need from you so that I can get in there. He's trying to talk, and we got too many men on the field.
Too many men, and one was trying to sprint off, which then put too much motion going. So we'll see if the penalty
gives Kemper
from Roland Story is what the Knights needed to slow him down here. Or are they awarding him a timeout? They might have awarded him a timeout there instead of the penalty. We'll take a break with them. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to High School Football on KCIM.
Family owned and operated since 1948, Quant Auto Salvage is the area's best full-service scrap facility. Whether you're looking to sell scrap iron, vehicles, or batteries, or you need to locate that difficult-to-find part for your vehicle, they have what you need. And if it isn't in stock, they can locate it with their nationwide parts database. Quant Auto Salvage. They sell the best and recycle the rest.
Penalty flags flew, but it does look like they're going to award them the timeout and no penalty. So the Knights not going to get the help they wanted. And since the Norsemen don't huddle, you don't have to go with the extra man in a huddle. So
yeah, that was a smart play by their coaching staff because they saw they were in trouble, called the timeout, and evidently they got it to the official over there on the far side. So it's going to be second down now and about 6. Kemper's defense got to step it up here. We can't give another touchdown to this team.
They look to pass this time. The pressure comes. They throw it up the middle, and that one was going to be knocked incomplete. They tried to work against Kenny. The ball high and behind the receiver and falls incomplete.
Unfortunately, the play was there, but the good fortune was that they didn't make the play.
So it'll be third down and 6 for Roland Story.
You know, they went with that, and it worked the last time, but I'm really surprised that they don't just keep pounding it at us because we have no answer for their running game. Now it's third down and 7.
Frey is out to the left side. McElrath and Thorson to the right. That's his 2 favorites. They do leave the running back in the back, and they give it to him. He is going to be hit right as he passes the line of scrimmage and driven back. Tate Barrett put his shoulder into it. Then he got some assistance from the Knights, and it looks like, is that Ryan Lucas popping up, 18?
A little bit of everybody popping in there. Could be Ryan Lucas. Yeah, he's number 18, new freshman, and brought up this week. And that's going to be fourth down and 7.
Couldn't quite read the numbers because they were together, but he is out there. So
this is where our defensive backfield's got to be strong, but we need to get a little bit of a rush on this quarterback because he's likely going to.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The stopping's going. Now they're going to go to a full shift. Heavy set. They bring 1 man into the backfield.
Trying to get us to jump.
And the crowd gets loud and stop, and Roland Story will use another timeout. We will find out later if this is going to be a problem for them, as they've used 2 on this drive. They'll have a 4th and 6 when we come back. Back in 30 seconds on KCIM. You're listening to Friday Night Football.
Hi, this is Dr. Mulbauer from McFarland Clinic in Carroll. If you are expecting a baby, our family medicine department is here to help you every step of the way. Our physicians provide prenatal care and services, childbirth, and postpartum care. Your McFarland Clinic family medicine physicians can perform C-sections and VBACs during delivery. Call our family medicine office at 712-792-1500 or visit our website at McFarlandClinic.com for more information. McFarland Clinic Carroll, here for you and your growing family.
It'll be 4th and 6 when they break the huddle. The Knights defense is ready. Coach Stevens out there barking out some last orders.
It'll be interesting to see what they go with the play call here because they're probably forced into a passing situation right here, I would think. But you also have to watch for the quarterback and account for him taking off on the run.
You got 1 man in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Barrett's trying to get to the quarterback, and Barrett does, and a sack. He brings him down at the 46-yard line. What a defensive play, and you pick up a few yards on it.
That's just pure drive and effort. You know, there was 2 guys that he had to get through, and Tate just kept driving his feet and ran over him and got to the quarterback and took him down. Got a little help in there from John Hanover. Let's see if that sparks the Knights a little bit here. They haven't done anything offensively in 2 possessions of the second half, both being punts, but now they get it on their own 45 and quickly break the huddle, and here we go.
Turnover on downs. Hoffman, the lone man in the backfield, 2 receivers each way. Bading takes the snap, gives it to him. He cuts back, lowers his shoulder, makes a man miss, and he is going to push forward, give him a first down and a pickup of 10.
Good surge by the offensive line out there with number 25 out there leading the way.
Just shifty. He was coming up on the lineman right in front of him. He just steps to the left and then goes and then turns sideways for a couple of steps for some yards.
He's got strong legs. He runs hard. When you get him going north and south, he can be really effective. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Knights at the 45 of the Norseman.
They'll give it back to Hoffman. He waits for the hole this time, shows some patience. He is grabbed by that one linebacker, and it was like the brakes were put on and anchor hit the ground. It's still a pickup of 6.
Yeah, good job by the offensive line now, picking it up a little bit as they're starting to run guys in and out. Number 70 goes out. Number 50 comes in, and I don't have enough light in here to see the names real well. But nonetheless, going to be 2nd down and about 4 for Kemper at the 39-yard line.
They'll check 2 receivers to the right side. Hoffman, the lone man in the backfield. We've got movement on the front line as the Norsemen were coming hard. And I think this will be a free 5 yards.
Brock's really good with that hard count. Got him to jump. Gives the Knights a little bit of a break. Going to be 1st down now at the 34-yard line. Make it the 30. It should be the 34. Yep, 5 yards.
So the Knights will pick up the 1st down on the penalty.
Kemper's got to get some play out of their line here. They've got to be able to power the ball in the end zone. They can't rely on these long passes all the time to score and then have the drive stall out.
They'll hand it off again. Not much going. He puts a hand down, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That could have been really bad. He lost his footing a little bit, but able to put his hand down, save it, and get back to the line, so it'll just be 2nd and 10. No loss of yardage there.
Yeah, you kind of feel like he's going to get loose on one of those sooner or later. He keeps his feet moving all the time.
Knights picking up the pace. They were slow in the first half, went fast late. Now they've been a little quicker here in the second half.
Again, here's where you look for Canny over the middle.
And there is Ryle, and it goes through his hands.
Yeah, just a little high, but it's probably a catch you got to make. But the
linebacker was low. If you throw it low, he might tip it. So I saw what Bading was looking at, and just maybe a little too much mustard on it. 3:40 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's Roland Story 14, Kemper 7.
Got that harvest moon coming up over there in the east. Pretty sight here from the Carroll Athletic Field.
Ryle and Canny to the right. Braxton Vanami to the left. They run an option play. Bading's looking. Now he's going to cut back in, and he's going to take a big hit, but he picks up about 6. But we might have... Nope, everybody's going to get up. It looked there like somebody might have got rolled up. It's a little slow gingerly, but he's got back up.
Big down here for the Knights. 4th down and 5 now. 3:20 with the clock ticking in the 3rd quarter. Knights down 14-7.
John Antofer was the one who got rolled up on. Looks like we're going to see some substitutions here.
I got a feeling we're going to have a timeout from the Knights unless they really hurry.
Tate Barrett's running in along with Ryan Lucas.
Yeah, this is the power set for Kemper bringing him in, but they're going to have to hurry. It's down to 4 seconds already.
They know it. They're all set. They're ready to snap. He asked for it. He gets it. They're going to hand it off to Hoffman. Hoffman's going to lower his shoulder, and he is going to be a foot short of it. He got 4, needed 5.
Good surge by the offensive line. Hoffman, Tate Barrett was out there blocking, but it's going to be short for Kemper, and it's going to be a turnover on downs.
They might measure it since it's 4th down at least.
Yeah, he's a full yard short.
Nope, they're going to say no chance.
He's a
Norseman ball. So both teams have been stopped on 4th downs.
I was glad to see him go for the ball, for running the ball. I mean, we've got to do things with the pass, but at some point they got to free up and maybe open that middle up. But as it was, we turned the ball over on downs and just didn't quite get to the sticks.
Close play there for the Knights in that heavy set. They turn it over. 2:47 to play in the 3rd. Roland Story 14, Kemper 7. Roland Story will line up on the left hash. Ball on the 25, 1st and 10. 2 receivers stacked to the right. They'll put one of the men in motion right to left across the formation. He'll come set. They'll turn, hand it to Mazik. Mazik doesn't get touched until he's 2 yards deep. He'll fall forward, picks up 5.
Yeah, our offensive line's just getting driven back that first 2 or 3 yards, and the linebackers can't get there to fill until it's, like you said, 4 or 5 yards upfield, and that's exactly what he got was 5 yards. So 2:30, clock ticking, Kemper down 14-7.
It seems like it's been all Mazik, but it's not. He's got 19 carries for 64 yards. Hasn't really went too far.
Yeah, he doesn't have any big gains, but he's been consistent.
Cody Long back there now, number 22. They'll hand it to him. He puts a foot in the deck and goes, and he'll pick up 4.
He's right at the sticks, and that's likely going to be just short of the first down marker. So it's going to be 3rd and about a half a yard for Roland Story, and they're, again, owning that line of scrimmage. Kemper's had 3 drives now, Tom, where they've driven inside the 30-yard line, once all the way down to the 12, and all 3 have stalled out with no points.
And this time they're going to bring more of a fullback looking into the backfield with Cale Vermeer, number 34, and they're just going to go no run forward.
Oh, we had him.
He was caught, and then he shirt-tailed out of it to pick up 2 and get the first down.
Not sure who had him in the backfield, but Keneally's in there. But we had him stopped for a 1-yard loss, and he just broke away and picked up the yard that he needed for the first down.
1st and 10 for the Norsemen. So to go to this formation change, checking everybody in and out. They were looking over to get the play.
Freshman
the code
Ryan
is
Lucas
886 on the board. They just pop up the code, show it to everybody, and then send it out. They've got a flip chart. Here's the handoff. Again, Mazik. Mazik at the line of scrimmage and piled on. They're going to give him a yard on the carry.
A lot of Knights in on the tackle there, including number 18, the freshman. Again, Tate Barrett in on that tackle. So that's what they've got to do on first down is set up second down to where they're not sitting there with 2nd and 4 every time, because then they're just going to keep running the ball.
They're going to bring back in Vermeer. They look over, they get the play call, they all look at their wrists, and then they come set. 2 receivers wide right. They've got 2 backs heavy to the right side. Now they'll bring Mazik in motion, fake the handoff, and Noel wants to do it himself. Now Noel's been pushed back. He's about 7 yards deep. Can somebody get him and make it a big loss? They will. He is cut down by Glenn in the backfield, and that is going to be an 8-yard loss on the play.
He's really shifty, and I thought he was going to get loose again, but we had great pursuit from our defensive cornerback position. Both Glenn was there along with number 18. That's Ryan Lucas, the freshman, has just been brought up, and that's going to be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So quick moving ball game tonight, Tom.
3rd quarter's in the books. 14-7. Roland Story on top of Kemper. We're back after this 1-minute break on KCIM.
This is Don Neary from Avila Bank. Everyone at Avila Bank wishes the student-athletes success in their endeavors. We know to make a winning team, you need to put in the work, and that's what we'll do at Avila. We'll work to make sure your farm or business has the best financial opportunities available. We want to take the stress out of banking, allowing you to focus on what matters and what you love. Whether you own a business or own a farm, we're here to help you identify ways you can achieve your goals, and we will work hard to make sure you achieve financial success. After all, your success is our success. Avila Bank, member FDIC.
Equal housing lender. When it comes to sports injuries and pain, call the specialist at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning. Dr. Suppy and Dr. Janning work closely with area athletes and teams in providing effective treatment and rehabilitation of sports-related injuries. For optimal sports performance, call Dr. Mike Suppy and Dr. Jack Janning at Suppy Chiropractic Clinic, 792-6026, or stop by their clinic at 1420 Highway 71 North in Carroll. Proud sponsors of all area teams.
On the radio. Glad to have you with us. Tom Hawkap, Doug Waniger. The Kemper Knights hosting Roland Story. Roland Story leads by 7, facing a 3rd and 17 from their own 29.
Big defensive down for Kemper.
Noah's under center with I formation behind him. They fake it to Mazik. They leave plenty of protection in for him, and they try to air this thing out with Glenn. And Glenn was there, hand fighting, and no flag.
That was great coverage. He turned back, looked back, and made the play. So
both teams just hand fighting their way down that sideline with Thornton over there.
Still anybody's ball game, 14-7 now. Just 7 seconds gone in the fourth quarter.
Canny and East and Gifford. I'll get it all straightened out. Back deep right now. This punter has really kicked well tonight.
Yeah, he's been a difference in the ball game. Made a big impact with his leg.
Not much of a rush from the Knights. They're going to kick it to Canny, who has to go backwards. He's hoping this gets into the end zone, and it will.
Barely.
That's how it happened last time. It took a bounce and found a way to die. This one dies 2 yards into the end zone.
That's a 70-yard punt. Kicked that from their own 30.
He must have had a lot of punts at the beginning of the season inside his own 50 where he couldn't boot it that long.
Or maybe he wasn't kicking, I'm not sure, but his average was only 33 yards coming into the game. But he's got a 60-yarder and a 70-yarder tonight.
1st and 10 for the Kemper Knights, trailing by 7, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Tom Hockamp and Doug Waniger. Beautiful moon across the way. The lights are on here at the Carroll Stadium, and you couldn't ask for a better night to play high school football.
The Knights can take their time here, nothing urgent.
Baiting takes the snap, fakes it to Hoffman, now throws it out quick to Canny. Canny rattles one guy off, makes the second guy miss, and sneaks through and gets out to the 32. He took a late hit, and Coach is not happy about it because it was a late hit towards the upper part of the body after a 12-yard gain. Knocked his helmet off, and no extra.
That's the fight that you see in Carson because he was tackled. Yeah, Coach is still fighting for that helmet.
Well, they're just wondering where the excessive part comes in.
Because he was clearly down. But Carson kept fighting, reminiscent of the touchdown he had last week over the middle where he shook loose from the defender and took it 85 yards for a touchdown. As this is going to be 1st and 10 Knights at the 32, their own.
They'll split the receivers each way. Hoffman, the lone man in the backfield, takes the snap, bounces off one guy. He cuts out to the outside. He's out to midfield, spins around, and he'll be down at the 48-yard line.
Good hole there by the Knights offensive line and a great run by Hoffman. So here the Knights go again. They're moving the ball. This is the 4th or 5th possession where they've moved it. They've only got 1 touchdown out of it.
So ball at the 48 right side hash. The Knights work towards the Carroll Rec Center. Ryle and Canny to the left.
Look for Hoffman.
Benami out wide right. Baiting takes a snap, gives it to Hoffman, watches the block, makes one man miss. He's going to give a guy a free ride inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. 5-yard pickup.
Nice job of cutting by Hoffman, finding his little space that he had. There was just a little bit of a crease to the right side. He took that, then went left, and a nice 4, almost 5-yard gain. But now the Knights are moving the ball again, getting in that area of the field where they've kind of slowed up before. Let's see if they can make it happen here.
2 receivers left. Baiting sending secret signals out, making sure everybody knows what's going on.
Oh, he's
got a man on the right side. Canny had snuck behind, but it was a great move by Ryle on a double move. It broke open.
Yeah, the free safety was waiting over there for him, so that play looked wide open at first, but the free safety was just kind of hanging back there. When the ball went up, he came over there and made the play. So it's going to be 3rd down. I thought the Knights might stick with the run because they've had success running the football.
Got to break it up a little bit, keep the defense on their heels. This would be 3rd and 5 from the 43. Baiting stands in the backfield with Hoffman to his left side. Ryle and Canny to the left. The other 2 wide right. Hard snap, go on 2, give it to Hoffman. Hoffman lowers his shoulder, and he's going to pick up 4.
It's going to be 4th down now and 2, so another interesting call for the Knights. We're running the ball pretty effectively.
Came up about a foot short last time, and here they come. Tate Barrett trotting on. Lead blocker last time on 4th and short.
Ryan Lucas, another one, number 18 in there.
So Barrett lines up to lead. We're getting a push on it. It's going to be close. Where are they going to mark it?
I think they're going to say short.
It's going to be
about a foot. I don't think we got a real favorable spot on it. It looked like we had a pretty good push, but very difficult to tell. And they're
going to turn it over on downs again as he does not get it.
give credit to Roland Story, the center of their line, just plugging things up and not letting the Knights make it happen. And, boy, you can only – how many times do you get shut down before you –
They've just piled up that inside on that run now twice. And now it's up to the defense to hold again as Roland Story will take over with a 14-7 lead, 9:40 to play in this contest. Coming up after it, the New Way Auto Group scoreboard show. So we'll catch up with all the coaches, check all the scores all around the area.
Knights need to get another stop here, down 14-7.
If you want to see the last part of this, make sure you check it out on the Carroll Broadcasting Sports Network YouTube channel. Here's a handoff to Mazik. Mazik makes a man miss. Now he's out to the right side. He's got a first down and dives forward for 6 more. 16-yard pickup, and the wear might be on this Kemper Knights team.
Yeah, that was just good, hard blocking and a really hard run, a nice cut. He got the ball and then cut right and added about 10 yards from that spot. So it's going to be first down for Roland Story. The North's going to have it at Kemper's 45, and boy, do we need stops now, Tom, if we're going to get back in this game.
Ball moved out to the 45. The defense chants coming from the student section here in front of us. Here's the snap. Mazik was going one way, didn't like what he saw, came back the other way, and he got hit hard. They're going to give him a yard because he bent over a little bit, but a good job coming up and filling that gap. Again, that was
Ryan Lucas, the freshman who's just added to the varsity team this week, showing that he deserves that spot. But a really good play by Lucas. Played off his block, made the tackle. Second down and 9. The Norse with the ball at the far hash, driving south to north.
They look over, see the flip chart, give them the sign.
They're not going to be in any hurry.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. They give it back to Mazik. Mazik comes in. Nobody touches him as he pops out to the left side, and he's going to be tripped up right after the marker. And they're going to give him a couple extra. I think that was a favorable. They gave him the slide on it as they bring it out to the 30.
Either way, it's going to be a first down, and the Knights a little bit slower getting up. You know, they've had a couple stops here in a row, but now showing a little bit more wear.
And Mazik looks to be running a little bit harder. Maybe that big line leaning on the Knights making the holes, but the Knights are standing him up, and he's just popping out around him, and nobody's there to make the tackle. 7:50 to play. Here's the snap, handoff to Mazik. Mazik tripped up by his quarterback. Knoll tackles him for a 2-yard loss.
Yeah, that one never had a chance because he caught his toe in the turf and down he went. So a 2-yard loss. Again, the Knights getting a break there, but let's see if we can make the defense make something happen.
Second down and 12. Quick breather here for Keneally.
One thing the Kemper defense has not been as effective at this year is forcing turnovers. We had 4 interceptions in one ball game, but the other 3, I think we've only got 1. We could certainly use a fumble here for sure.
So second down and long for Roland Story. We knew it was going to be a battle when this game started, and that's what we've seen here so far. So we approach the 7-minute mark. Here's the snap, handoff to Mazik. Mazik makes the first group miss, moves forward. Looks like a pickup of 3.
Third down and 9. Well played by the Kemper defense.
And Roland Story not in any hurry. They've got a flip chart over there. They tell the one coach what it is. They put the number up. They show the number to the whole team. They never huddle, just stand around. Maybe a muddle by the offensive line. Get the play off the chart.
They all look at their wristband, and away they go. Third and 9, 6:34, clock running.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Here comes a man in motion right to left. They put the snap to Knoll. He's going to see a lot of pressure. He's just going to throw the screen, and it is picked off by the Knights. The Knights have it. Sanders is going the other way. He's out to midfield. Knoll's the only man he's got to be. Now he's at the 30, and he'll be brought down to the 28. It's an interception by Sanders, and that's going to change the way this thing turns out, we hope.
Well, we hope so, but that was a great play. It was the pressure was put on by Barrett. Sanders just kind of had to battle for the ball with one of the other receivers, took it away and returned it about 40 yards. A big play by Kent Sanders.
They were trying to set up the screen, and Barrett was a little bit faster than the running back was getting out into the pattern. And that caused the whole mess up, and now the Knights got something cooking.
Sanders and Barrett are just so effective defensively. If they're both undersized for the linebacker position, but they're just so tough to handle. But made a big play there.
Ball on the 27, 1st and 10. They'll split 2 receivers each way. Hoffman, the lone man in the backfield, gets the ball. He goes straight up the middle. He meets one man. Dimmitt dances by him. He's at the 5. Into the end zone. Touchdown. 27-yard touchdown by Hoffman.
Big hole by the Knights offensive line. Let's see what they do here. I guess they're probably just going to kick it to tie the ball game up, which I think is the smart play, being the home, especially being the home team. But a big line and a good hard run there by Mr. Hoffman for his, I believe, 2nd or 3rd touchdown of the year.
So a great job there. He turned sideways, and one guy whiffed, and away he went into the end zone. The Knights will kick the PAT. Snap's good. Holds good. Kick is good. We're all knotted up, 14 apiece, 6-6 after the Sanders huge interception. Back in 1 minute on KCIM.
Hi, this is Michelle from Midwest Wholesale. Kitchen cabinets by Birch Manufacturing are built to inspire. We believe that every kitchen tells a story, which is why these cabinets align with your home's beauty. We offer a variety of different finishes, wood selections, along with accessories to create a customized style. And here at Midwest Wholesale, we've been designing cabinets for so many years and designed thousands of kitchens, bathrooms, and mudrooms in our area. Trust the experts with Kitchens Plus by Birch and Midwest Wholesale. How you want it, when you want it, where you want it, we deliver.
Since 1925, Eco Water Systems has been proud to provide the Carroll area with a level of quality and service their customers deserve. Now, Dries Company could not be more excited to continue that tradition. That's right, Eco Water Systems is now Dries Company Eco Water Systems, combining 2 names you know and trust to provide you with the absolute best in your water needs. Dries Company Eco Water Systems. Call us today, 712-792-3434, or stop in and see us at 609 North Carroll Street. Let's solve your water issues together.
Knights even things up in what's been a fun ball game here between Roland Story and Kemper.
Fast-moving ball game. There's only 6 minutes left in the game, and the game's not 2 hours old yet.
Your score brought to you by Dries Company Eco Water Systems. We're all knotted up at 14 with the kickoff to come for the Knights. They'll put a boot into it. It's just a high end-over-end kind of a lob one to the 27, trying to keep it away from the speedsters out back, but they are going to have a nice return here as they bring it out to the 40. The up man, Cooper Triggs, was a wide receiver, and he knew what to do once they gave him a chance with the football, and it'll be out to the 40.
I'm sure Coach Steinkamp would like to have a little bit better kickoff coverage. We've got good speed out there. But as it was, we left them return at about 15 yards. They're going to start at their own 40-yard line. 5:57 left. Now the Knights got to get another stop on defense, get a chance to get the ball back.
Mazik in the backfield with Knoll. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They turn, give it to Mazik. Mazik dives forward, picks up 3. He's just been a solid back so far in the backfield. Takes the handoff, tries to find his hole.
But he only got 3 that time instead of that 5 and 6. John Antover that time with a nice play from his defensive end position.
Halbrecht's going to check in on the front line.
Coach Steinkamp getting some fresh bodies in there, maybe just be a little bit more effective making the tackles.
2nd down and 7. No hurry here from Roland Story. 5:21 to play in the ball game. They've got the play clock down to 6. They take the snap, hand to Mazik. Mazik looks to go outside, now goes straight up the middle, hard run, 1st down.
Yeah, we can't give them that kind of run. That's just way too easy. Even if we get the ball back, if we do get a stop, the shorter we can make that field, the better. Is John Antover coming off now?
So it'll be 1st and 10 inside Kemper territory. And the Knights find a way to dig back in.
You can bet they're just going to keep running it as long as they have success on 1st down. And
same style, pistol formation, 2 receivers to the left. Here's Mazik. He catches it. He has to try to make a man dance. He cannot dance this time. A great job standing there waiting for it for Sundrup. They get a yard, but Sundrup did a good job, grabbed him, and Mazik had a fight to lean forward to get that yard.
Yeah, Ryan played that exactly as he's supposed to. He didn't get faked in, just turned the play inside and then made the tackle. Great play there. and good fill by the rest of the Knights coming from the backside. It's going to be 2nd down and 9 now. They still got the ball in really good field position at the Kemper 48, 4:17 clock running.
So trips to the right this time for Roland Story. This is kind of where you see them set up. They've only got 2 guys out there for the Knights. They'll give it to Mazik, though. And Mazik is hammered hard. He's going to get 1 yard, but he is going to get hit hard twice.
Keneally, I think it was.
Keneally was the first one, and Tate Barrett shared it with him.
And this is what Kemper wants to force them to do. We want to get them into a passing situation. 3:48 now, time running. It's going to be down to about 3:20 by the time they snap it.
So 3rd down and 8, ball towards the center of the field, sitting on the 47-yard line. They run that trips formation again. The Knights got 2 people out on this trip.
Yeah, I don't know that we got enough coverage.
Here's Mazik, or excuse me, this is not Mazik, this is Stone.
Picks up 4 yards, 5 yards.
He's going to pick up about 7 and make it a
very manageable
4th and 1.
And we've not been good in these situations as Kemper brings in Vanami.
So you know it's going to be like a goal line stand here.
Bringing in all the size that they can as they're bringing in number 75, Reed Steiger as well. So
the Knights want a chance with the ball.
I don't think they're going to take any chances and roll out here. They may decide
Roland
to call
Story
a
is going to
timeout.
use their last timeout right here. 2:41 to play in the ball game. Roland Story just burnt their last timeout. They'll be out of it as we go.
It's a big down.
We're going to step away back in 30 seconds on KCIM.
Napa is your trusted source for automotive parts, accessories, and know-how for your car, truck, SUV, and farm equipment. We offer a complete performance machine shop, extensive tool and equipment department, and hydraulic hoses while you wait. So whether it's a replacement part for your daily driver or you are just in need for a professional machine shop, you can trust your locally owned and operated Napa store. Make it a point to stop in and see the pros. Napa, Highway 30 West in Carroll. Napa, we are so much more than a parts store.
Well, we've got a big 4th down. If the Knights want to touch the ball back, this might be where they have to do it.
Yeah, that's definitely the case because you can bet they're going to be they're going to continue running the ball. They've got 2:40 left.
I believe Noel feels as though he can kick a field goal if required. He's kicked pretty good extra points here this evening. It's also the quarterback.
One thing you got to watch here, some sort of a fake in the middle, then roll out and short pass.
The Knights have heavy to the right, but the offense is heavy to the right. And they're just going to give Noel the run, and he's going to sneak out. He's got the 1st down, and he'll go forward for a pickup of 3.
That was really a good run. Noel saw that it was all clogged up, and we didn't account for him on the right side, and he had an easy 3 yards and a 1st down. So
it'll be 1st and 10 for Roland Story. They look to the board, get it. They're going to work maybe a little faster. 2:17 to play in the ball game. Tied up 14 all.
Yeah, they got no timeouts left, so the only way that they could stop the clock now is with an incomplete pass.
So they've got heavy both ways with their backs. They're going to drop back. No one wants to throw it. He's looking to the right side. The Knights have it covered. Glenn goes up with it. Oh, he couldn't come down with it. The Glenn went up. He played that thing perfect. Had it in his hand, slipped through as he hit the dirt, and he is not happy with himself.
He's going to break his hand, pounded it on the helmet. He's frustrated, but the young man played that ball beautifully. He saw that it was just kind of a home run ball thrown up there, and he turned his head and was in perfect position to make the play. As it is going to be now 2nd down and 10, ball on the Kemper 38-yard line. Minute 59 left as the clock stops with the incomplete pass.
He ran stride for stride, inside position, and had a chance. Noel has Mazik to his right side, and he's going to give it to him again. No, it's an end around this time. They give it off to the guy coming back the way. They've good fake inside, and working around was number 30.
That's going to be
Frey.
Another 1st down.
And a 1st down.
Tom, that was a beautiful play call because it's something they hadn't done all night long. They'd gone up the middle, and all of a sudden they come with the kid around the side on a, not really a reverse, but kind of a counter. And going to be 1st down with the ball at the Kemper 27.
Ball on the 27, 1st and 10. Sits on the right hash. They're heavy to the right side of this formation. Nobody out here to the left, but Mazik's going to dive straight forward into the pile. He makes the first man miss, and now he's wrestling in there with Stevens. And it is illegal for high schoolers to push the pile, but they've sure let it go this season.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen that called, and I've made that comment too, because it is illegal to do that. But they definitely can't put their hands on the ball carrier, and they're letting that go. But they're getting down to where they're within field goal range now as Kemper calls timeout. Minute 15 left. Right now, as it would be, it'd be a 38-yard field goal.
2nd and 4 is what they'll be facing after the timeout. So they have kind of ran at their will this second half. They'll have to find a way to dig in and see what this front has. They've made contact with Mazik. It's just been the initial contact who's not brought him down. The question is, will Brock Bading and this offense get another chance? They scored in a minute 40 earlier. There's a minute 15 left, and the other team still has the football.
Yeah, we can't give them 6-7 yards on those first down carries. But they're going to get to a point here where they're going to run out of time, but I think they're probably thinking field goal right now.
Coming up after the game, we've got the Motor Inn Player of the Game that'll be announced, so make sure you stay tuned for that. We're actually going to post a photo of the player on all of the sports networks. It's not we. I'm not going to do it. Jeff Langman's going to take care of that. Let's just be honest. He's back there wondering if we're going to get off air in time for the scoreboard show.
So here we are, minute 15 left. 2nd and 4 on the Kemper 21-yard line. They have no timeouts left.
They're trying to talk to us, but we can't hear in these press box, and the get loud is actually getting everybody loud.
Kemper's got.
I don't know if they're trying. Oh, they added 2 seconds to the clock is what they were going for. 2nd down and 4 for Roland Story. Mazik's back deep. They've got 2 guys tight to the right. Noel's going to keep it himself. Makes one man miss, and then he's going to dive. Where did he step out of bounds? It's good, and the Knights will keep a timeout. He does not get the first down. It looks like he's going to be 2 yards short.
So going to be 3rd down now and just 2. Of course, the clock stops as he stepped out of bounds. So, again, it comes down to Kemper's defense stepping up.
This has been the hard spot. Roland Story stopped Kemper on 4th and shorts multiple times tonight. Now it's time for the Knights to do it. Noel stands in the backfield with Mazik to his right. 2 receivers or trips to the right side of this formation. Noel hands it off to Mazik. Mazik's hit hard, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Timeout called by the Knights.
And you got to believe they're going to try to kick a field goal with Noel, or they may try to go for it, but I would think from there they would, if they have any confidence at all in their kicker, they're going to try to kick a field goal. 4th down and 3. Is it 3 or 2, Tom? 3.
It looks like 4th down and a long 2. Where they have it set, it's hard to see with all the officials in front of the stick there. But the ball sits on the 19. It looks like the yard to gain would be the 17. So, yeah, looks like 2 yards is what would be needed. And a big decision here for Roland Story.
You don't see a lot of field goals in high school football, and puts a lot of pressure on that kicker. But, again, I don't know what his talents are. But at this point,
it looks like Noel actually has the kicking deal in his hand.
Does he?
Now, remember, he is also the quarterback, so don't be surprised if we see some sort of a fake. And the Knights need to sit tight and not end up jumping off sides.
I saw Coach Steinkamp say, just get your hands up. Try to get your... He's got Steiger in there at 6'4", 6'5", 6'6".
Looks like it'll be a 36-yard field goal for Sam Noel, the quarterback. Also the kicker. The Knights might have been trying to get an extra guy to help them out.
Yeah, too many people on the field.
Luckily, no huddles, so...
Like you say,
Knights just have to sit tight on this one. Noel checks his hip. The snap is high. It's loose. The snap is loose. Noel's going to grab it and be tackled at the 30-yard line. The snap was high. Glenn gets the tackle, and the Knights have 1 minute, 1 timeout, and 70 yards to go to see if they can't win this one in regulation.
Well, they've shown that they can do that. They did it at the end of the first half, but again, it was a mistake, a really bad snap, and there was no chance for the center to get that, or for the holder to get that. And Kipper's going to get a shot with 1 minute left.
The Knights have shown they can go up and down the field. What kind of defense does this Roland Story team drop back into?
Well, I think they're going to give us the short stuff underneath. And they may not put as much pressure on Baiting, being more protective of, just dropping people back. But likely because they're going with a 3.
Hoffman's the lone man in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right. Now they'll put Hoffman in motion out to the right side. He's waiting for it. They'll throw it to Canny over the middle. Canny's hit hard. The Knights will hustle up. That is a pickup of 16 on the pass.
Clock stops with the first down. Knights just got to be efficient here.
So the sticks are started. Baiting drops back. Wants to throw it out. He's got Biter. Biter's battling to get outside and does so. He'll be out after a pickup of 7.
Yeah, in the first half, he caught that one and didn't get out of bounds, where this time he knew he had to get out of bounds. So a nice 5-yard gain by the Knights. So 44 seconds left. Ball's on the 47-yard line, between the 47-yard line of the Norse.
So it'll be 2nd and 4. Ball on the left hash. 44 seconds remain in this contest. Tied up 14 all.
Just pick up those blitzers because they're going to bring somebody.
Trips to the left, 1 man to the right. They're going to look over the middle. They've got the first down on the catch.
That'll stop the clock.
So a pickup of about 6 to Biter.
They'll probably run a play. They probably already had the play called that they were going to run here. So,
well, we're going to try to switch out Glenn and Ryle here. Ryle's hustling off. Baiting's ready to snap it at 30 seconds. Fakes it to Hoffman.
About 6 seconds.
Hoffman rolls out to the right side. Baiting steps up. He has a big seam. He could have took off for some big yards. He wants to heave this to the end zone for some reason to Glenn. Glenn comes up with it, and it is picked off for a touchback. I do not know why.
Shouldn't have thrown that one.
He wanted that one so bad right there.
Yeah, that's likely going to lead us to overtime. We should have eaten that one. He had him out there, but the free safety roaming over came in and made the interception.
Double coverage deep into the end zone on a 35-yard heave. And now it's up to the defense with 16 seconds left to make sure nothing big happens.
That's what you get for calling a ball game that's going quickly, is now we're going to get overtime.
The scoreboard show is supposed to start at 10, so somebody's better let the coaches know. We got Jeff Blankman's back in the studio. He doesn't like starting that thing late.
Seems to be a lot of confusion, because we've got a lot of youngsters of who's supposed to be on the field and who isn't.
Roland Story puts their knee down, and they're happy to go play a little OT. So that's what we've got. Hope you wanted some extra football action, because that's what's coming your way here on 1380 KCIM. We're back in 1 minute.
Thank you for calling Brinks Exteriors. This is Allie.
Hi. We recently had a tree fall on our house, and I'd like to get an estimate on roof damage.
Sure, we offer free on-site consultations for all our services.
Great. While I have you, could you refer me to someone who can replace a drafty window?
Brinks does windows, too, with high-quality Energy Star products.
What if we'd like to replace our siding?
Brinks has you covered.
Gutters? Doors?
Our name says it all. Brinks Exteriors is your headquarters for all things exterior, from start to finish.
Call 712-ROOF-PRO or visit BrinksExteriors.com.
From bump set spike to the crack of the bat, at Motor Inn of Carroll, we love our high school sports. And we love the opportunity to support our local schools, athletes, coaches, and parents. Through the hard work of our kids, we get the enjoyment of watching and listening to their activities. Other life lessons, like teamwork and citizenship, help create outstanding young women and men we are so proud to sponsor. Good luck to all of our local sports teams. From Motor Inn of Carroll.
The extended version of Friday Night Football here on 1380 KCIM. Tom Hawkap, Doug Waniger, Kemper, Roland Story, knotted up at 14 apiece. We got 2 minutes left here in this little break as everybody's trying to get things figured out, and it looked as though Roland Story was going to go win it with a field goal. High snap, the Knights march it down about 60-some yards. Look like things are going their way, and then an interception in the end zone on a long heave. And here we are playing a little extra time football in front of a big crowd. This student section is still pretty packed here, and they have done a good job of cheering on their Kemper Knights tonight.
Yeah, they have. There's a good crowd here, like you said, and they've been loud, and good crowd from Roland Story, too. But they got that long drive back over there, what, about 75 miles?
Yeah, probably something like that up there.
It's like 15, 20 miles north of Ames.
So,
but it's been a pretty decent football game, pretty physical, a lot of hard hitting.
You knew it was going to be a tough one, as everybody expects this to be one for possibly the district championship.
Kemper got the big interception from Kent Sanders that allowed him to score that second touchdown and tie it up, and it looked like they were maybe going to drive for the game-winning touchdown, but unfortunately not to be. So here we go to overtime.
Scores throughout the game brought to you by Drees Company Eco Water Systems. 14-14 here after regulation. Some other scores. ACGC pulls off a victory over South Central Calhoun 28-14. Cam defeats Coon Rapids 62-6 as we're just checking around. Carroll Tigers let Creston score. 50-7 is how that one finishes up. Ottoman Wheelers are on top of St. Ed's. Last I saw it was 36-16. So some strong local teams. ESAC falls to Emmetsburg tonight, 42-6. It's another strong Emmetsburg team up there, as ESAC still struggling just a little bit. But both the teams send their captains out, and we're going to get set for overtime action. We started this one at 7:30. We're going to play it a little late. The New Way Auto Group scoreboard show starts at 10 o'clock. Runs till midnight. I'll catch up with Coach Steinkamp, get his thoughts on the game.
Have a family reunion?
Well, we'll see what he's got to say. I think he's more open with Jeff than me on some of this stuff. But
I thought our kids played really, really hard tonight. Had a lot of physical football. We just weren't able to get the ball in the end zone when we needed to. We had 4 possessions with the ball inside their 40, as close as their 12, and came up with no points. And you got to be able to score in those situations.
They found points when they needed them. They've still got a chance in this one. Coin flip rolled all the way around. Looks like Roland Story maybe got the coin flip. They were talking first.
I almost think I like to be on defense first in this situation.
I think they're going to. And you know what you got to get here.
Exactly. You know what you got to do.
So it looks like Roland Story won the toss. And we're going to play extra innings. See who gets this district
Yeah, what a way to start
here.
the district off at overtime, a really physical football game. There were not a lot of penalties tonight.
No, 2 for 10 for the Knights, 3 for 30 for Roland Story. It's been a physical ball game. Both teams have things they'd like to have back here early in the season.
Knight's going to be on offense first.
I don't know that I've done a game where I've seen 4 or 5 turnover on downs like we had tonight for a long time.
Yeah, we did have a bunch of them.
The Knights had a couple. The Knights stopped, and then the field goal attempt that didn't go goes down on a turnover on downs.
These short fields, like the overtime play, I would say does not work to the Knights' advantage. They'd like to have the field spread out a little bit more, so they'll get the ball with a first down on their opponent's 10-yard line, I believe is where it starts.
I thought the official was running it in quicker. I thought, boy, they changed something on me.
Yeah.
But then he all of a sudden hit the brakes and came back 2 yards, and now he stands at the 10 center field. The Knights have chosen they want to attack the DMAC building, so they are on the north side of the field. 14-14 tie overtime. Ball beyond the 10.
This is where offensive line's really going to have to step up big. got to create some holes for Hoffman. I would think we're going to try to run the ball a little bit, but
Hoffman stands back there by Bading. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They show blitz. Bading drops back, wants to throw it over the middle, and the guy's tackled, and there's the flag.
Yep. Braxton Benami cut across the middle. He made a really nice cut inside. The ball was on the money, but
he was getting
on the
hugged
ground
and pulled down as he made the cut. And that's a touchdown-saving tackle by the cornerback.
So that should be half the distance. And put the ball to 5, I believe.
So they will set it at the 5.
Yep.
So first and goal from the 5.
NFL rules, it'd be on the 1, right?
I believe so. He was burnt, though. That would have been an easy touchdown for the Knights without the contact. Hoffman stands to the left of Bading. Bading calls for it. They put a man in motion now. Are we going to go back?
I think we're rolling back from the same spot.
I don't know who for sure was pulling on that play, but they wanted to get the extra jump and got it. So,
you know, we got several new faces in the lineup tonight with the injuries that we've had. So, kid's probably a little bit nervous.
So we've seen 2 snaps and nothing's changed here to start overtime. It's first and 10 from the 10.
It's going to be a long overtime at this rate. We're back to first and 10 from the 10.
Glenn and Canny split to the left. One man to the right's Braxton Benami. They fake it to Hoffman. Now they're trying to get the screen off quick. And this one goes nowhere. Binder got it, and he's at the 18, so they lose 8 yards on the little play there.
Yeah, that wasn't well executed. If Tragan knew what he knows now, he probably would have just left that fall to the ground because it backs him up 8 yards. So going to be second down and 18.
It's way easier to think about dropping it after you were tackled behind than it is not knowing quite where that guy's coming at you.
Absolutely is. And Brock was under heavy pressure, was lucky to get that off because that was almost a 20-yard loss.
It's one of those where maybe you just plant it at the feet of the receiver and go back and play your 10. But you said they might want some extra room. They got it now from the 18-yard line. They fake the handoff. Bading rolls out to the right side. Canny cuts back middle. Now he cuts back. They're going to throw it short to Canny. He's hit at the 6, but he has it.
Carson really got popped on that play. He gets helped up.
Great sportsmanship there by the D-back, pulling him up.
It was a good throw, but, man, did he take a licking on that. He got his bell rung, I think, too. Carson is such a tough kid. He only goes about 165, but he's tight. You can see him out there stretching out. He got hit really good. So it's going to be third down and 6 now for Kemper.
Third and goal from the 6.
Play clock running 14 seconds, down 12.
Bading ran over to get the call from Rasamley.
Play clock down to 6. Kemper does not want to have to use that timeout. But
I think Coach is going to use it. So
they're going to have to.
I think he knew he was going to use it about 10 seconds on the play clock. So timeout.
He didn't want to, but he didn't have a choice.
14-14's our score. First round of overtime as the Knights trying to find a way to get it in. We're back in 30 seconds on KCIM.
At Carroll County Solid Waste, we deliver environmental services together because, like all teams, together, everyone achieves more. We all enjoy a snack and a drink when cheering for our favorite team. When finished, be a team player. Put your bottles and cans in the recycle bin and your empty food packaging in the trash. Visit our website at carrollcountylandfill.com for details of how to be part of the recycle team. Because together, we're stronger. We're Carroll County Solid Waste, wishing our area athletes a safe and successful sports season.
Extended coverage of Friday night football on 1380 KCIM 95.1 FM. Tom Hawkamp, Doug Waniger. We are so glad to have you with us on this beautiful night. The moon is high across from us. We've got a 3rd and 6. Lots of Kemper fans still piled in here. The highlighters are glowing in the dark. I think most of the cheerleaders that came and cheered in the first quarter and stuff are still out here by the fence cheering on the Knights.
Kemper's going to spread it out, Tom.
They've got a big 3rd and goal. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Hoffman's in the backfield. Bading takes the snap. He looks to the left side, and they're going to try to go, but Canny tried to break away, and maybe there's some miscommunication inside.
Well, he got held, but nothing was called. And it probably wasn't enough to really warrant a flag, but he just got there was a little check at the end zone. They're late, so now it's going to be 4th down and
6.
This is where if
you've seen the game all night long, you've got that play you've set up, and this is where they have to break it out. They're going to go for it. 4th and goal from the 6. Hoffman stands to the left side of Bading. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Vanami's the lone man to the right. Bading's going to roll to the left side. He wants to throw it quick to Canny. Canny's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Well done by the Knights.
Canny went in, put his foot in the ground like he was going right, cut back out left.
Yeah, he just was in the end zone. He wasn't very deep, but it was a dart thrown by Bading, but a nice play by Carson Canny to get that go-ahead touchdown. And looks like Kemper thinking maybe about going for 2 here. And they are.
Yep, it is the offense trotting out.
Yep, Tate Barrett coming back off. He's the long snapper, and now he's going back in.
Well, now that means it's a heavy set. Maybe he'll decide to kick it from the heavy set. Who knows what's going on?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Biter's coming off. And I think you only get 1 timeout in the overtime, right?
Yep, so Bading's got 2 guys on each side of him. Receiver split each way, and we've got it off sides.
So that shortens it up a little bit more.
Yeah, half the distance to the goal. So now this is where the Knights have struggled, but it looks like we're going to send in the rest of the heavy crew as Lucas comes checking in. Lucas, Canny.
Yeah, Griffin Glenn comes out, still looking for the play to get called. Play clock has not started yet, so.
Well, they just now set the ball, so we've got some time. So the ball's on the 1.5-yard line.
This comes down to execution right here.
They're going to split 2 receivers out. Roland Story packs the middle. They're going to give it to Hoffman. Hoffman dives in, and he's in. 2-point conversion is good.
Great job by the offensive line. Created that seam, and Hoffman runs low to the ground, kept his feet moving, drove in, and got in by about 1.5 feet, and it gives the Knights 8 points.
It wasn't easy, it wasn't pretty, but the Knights capitalized on the opening possession here in overtime.
And I think that's their first lead in the ballgame, too.
It is.
22-14.
So now they'll talk things over as they get ready to bring out the Roland Story offense and see what this defense can do.
And I like that call by Coach Steinkamp to go for the 2 points on that. You know, you just did really well on your possession there. Got them on their heels. And now it puts them in a position where they've got to score 8 points.
Shout out to Jeff Blankman. Finally let me see a close ball game. Some exciting finish here.
I even had to admit to Blankman tonight that his Nebraska team is pretty good this year. That took a lot for me to do that.
Don't say stuff like that publicly. Roland Story snaps it. Gives it to the running back right to the left side and diving forward. Pickup of 2 for Mazik.
Let me guess. Tate Barrett in on that tackle again.
He's been all over the field tonight.
Barrett, Kent Sanders, Carson Canny.
It's going to be hard figuring out the motor in player of the game. Maybe we should have a coin flip like they did to start overtime.
We might have to.
22-14 is where we sit.
I got 4 players in mind, and we have to kind of look at the numbers.
Roland Story has the ball. You got to be careful with Knoll. He can run here too. Mazik stands to his left. They have 1 receiver each way. They look to throw. Knoll wants to go outside, throws it too wide.
Good coverage.
Nails one of his own stat keepers out there with it.
Good coverage by Glenn over there. There was nothing there. So
he has been outstanding on coverage tonight.
He really has, and he's just a sophomore. He's just like a glove out there, and he does a good job. I mean, he plays the ball perfectly. He knows when to turn his head. So third and 8 now. Of course, the clock not running. It's overtime, so they got 2 plays to get the ball.
Wide side of the field's the left side. They'll put a man in motion that way now. Noah wants to throw it quickly that way, and it's dropped. Incomplete pass. They had something fishy set up because they were trying to get it to Thorson quick. He had a man running in front of him, and Mazik was side by him.
He was going to catch and pitch like a hook and ladder type of thing.
That, or they had a couple of lead blockers going in front of him, but it is not good. So that is 4th and 8. Expect the bleachers to rattle.
Yep. And they call their one timeout that they get in overtime. So
I guess it's a good time to use it.
Yep.
So they'll talk it over. We've got an exciting finish to this one coming up. 22-14 Kemper, back in 30 seconds on KCI.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Contact Nicole Unken at Nicole Unken Agency. Call 712-792-1262 or stop by 412 Highway 30 today.
One play for all the marbles. 22-14 Kemper leads here in overtime. It is the Roland Story's chance. 4th and goal from the 8. Mazik is in the backfield. They have a heavy set to the right side. One man to the left side. Coach Steinkamp sees something. He's trying to communicate it to him.
Keep containment on the quarterback.
They faked him. Mazik gets the end around to the right side. And they've got it. The Knights were there. The Knights win. The Knights win. What a great stop there by the Kemper Knights. One of the Knights is down after making the tackle, but he catches his breath.
He had a nice ball game tonight.
He was one of the first ones in there on the tackle. The Knights win 22-14.
I think that was Keneally and Preston Benami, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, two guys.
I couldn't tell if it was a 6 or a 5.
But they've had a dogfight out there, but Frey did not find a way. And the Knights win 22-14. We'll step away. Post-game show coming up. Post-game show brought to you by Mackey Motors. Mackey Motors of Lake City, the recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Since 1968, Mackey Motors has been serving Lake City and the surrounding communities with new and certified pre-owned vehicles. Mackey Motors is a full-service dealership providing oil changes in our Quick Lube Express bays, a service department with world-class trained technicians, a body shop and collision center with the latest equipment, a full vehicle detailing department, or come talk with one of our highly knowledgeable sales staff.
Recipient of the GM Mark of Excellence Award for 15 years running. Together, let's drive at Mackey Motors in Lake City, MackeyMotors.com.
Earning college credit while in high school is a smart choice. Area high school students have several college class options available to them through the DMAC Carroll campus and Templeton Regional Center. Students, contact your high school counselor today to talk about how DMAC college credit can be part of your high school plan at no cost to you. DMAC, life's calling.
When you need a quick meal or one on the go, your Carroll Pizza Ranch has great deals for carry-out and delivery. Order online and get 8 pizzas of Country's Best Chicken with potato wedges for only $20. How about 2 large pizzas for $25? Or get 2 medium single-topping pizzas, cheesy ranch sticks, and a cactus bread for just $20. Check out these deals and more at PizzaRanch.com today and order hot and fresh. Pizza Ranch, located off Highway 30 in Carroll, open 7 days a week.
Whoa, that's good. UTVs have been around for over 20 years, but they're still evolving, and with them now being legal on Iowa roads, usage has evolved as well. Whether you're commuting to work, gravel traveling with friends, or hitting the most beautiful riding spots in the country, Olson's Outdoor Power has the right Polaris, Can-Am, or Kawasaki for you. On top of that, we have the turn signals, mirrors, and tires to make your UTV more comfortable and safer. Stop by today at Olson's Outdoor Power, your one-stop service and equipment shop, with locations in Atlantic and Carroll.
Smithfield Foods is an American-based food company committed to producing high-quality, wholesome, and affordable food. They want you to join their team in Carroll. They are hiring general production individuals, and the starting pay is amazing at $19.55 per hour. You'll also get a generous benefits package. You'll get paid holidays, paid time off, medical, vision, dental insurance, and more. Visit smithfieldfoods.com/Carroll to apply online. Smithfield Foods, equal opportunity employer, including disability and veterans.
Welcome you back here quickly as we want to try to get off before the scoreboard show gets started. It is the Mackey Motors Tailgate Show. Mackey Motors in Lake City or MackeyMotors.com. Big shout out to the Knights. They win 22-14. I'll visit with Coach Steinkamp here and have that coming up in the scoreboard show. But what a job they did holding this Roland Story defense. Hoffman 123 yards. I had 203 yards through the air for the Kemper Knights tonight. None bigger than Carson Canny catching that one in the end zone.
Yeah, Carson had a big night for the Knights. Had several catches. Several players for Kemper played really, really well tonight. Tate Barrett had a lot of tackles. He and Kent Sanders just a remarkable job. I thought it was a real gut check by our defense there late in the game to get the stops that they had to, and then, of course, the stop in overtime.
Well, this team sees what they have to do to be on top of the district. They get this district win to start the season, 22-14 in overtime. It's going to be a dogfight the rest of the season for them. But great outings tonight by all of the Knights. Bading had a pretty good night. Hoffman ran the ball very well. Again, you talked about the defensive guys who really stepped up because this thing could have got out of hand the way they wanted to run the ball. But it's now time to name our Motor Inn player of the game. Again, we want to try to get this all wrapped up before 10 o'clock since they got the scoreboard show coming up. And an outstanding deal. Carson Canny was in that run again. The defense, though, Tate Barrett, he got to throw his name in the hat. But I thought the big play of the game that really changed things was Kent Sanders securing that interception and then returning it for the 38-40 yards that he did that really changed the pace and the Knights scoring the next time.
Yeah, gave him a chance to get in the game, but just a fantastic ball game by all of those guys. Ryan Lucas, the young freshman, got in, got 5-7 tackles like that tonight. But all in all, it was a good team win to pull together and get the victory. But, again, congratulations to Kent Sanders. That big play, that big interception's what allowed the Knights to come back, tie the ball game up, and then ultimately win in overtime.
1 minute left. Greene County in town next week for homecoming. The Knights are going to have to find a way to focus. You got a big win here. You can't have a letdown game after it.
Yeah, you always got the distractions that go with homecoming, too, so they'll have to play around all of that sort of stuff. Greene County's always kind of a dogfight. That's just kind of the way those two teams go at each other, so I expect a good ball game from that. I know they had an earlier season loss to Atlantic, which has got a pretty good football team. Other than that, I haven't done a lot of looking, don't know a lot about them yet.
I'm Tom Hawkamp for Doug Waniger. Thanks for joining us for high school football. The Kemper Knights victorious tonight in overtime over Roland Story, 22-14 on KCIM.